Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, everybody. I hope we're all doing very well. I hope we're all ready for some more F1 25. Let me just immediately, because I've got to do that. Hello, camera. We are going to just move you over slightly. I hope we're all doing very, very well. We've got Kurt, we've got Angry Black Man, we've got Ethan, we've got Direct Query, or E-Query, I should say. Dart as well, of course. And many, many others. Welcome, 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 welcome for what is probably going to be one of the longest and toughest race kind of streams we do in this series today. COTA, for those of you that don't know, obviously a sprint weekend, first of all, so that normally makes it a bit longer. But then combined with the fact that often you can get some changeable weather, it's a really, really kind of weird circuit. As well, where the speeds kind of are quite slow, so it's going to be a real trial by fire today, a real interesting one. So we'll wait and see as to how we get on. I hope you're doing well, Matt. Welcome on in, buddy. Obviously, if you missed out the Singapore Grand Prix we did yesterday, go back, check it out. That was pretty mental as well. Hello everybody and welcome back to your boy Matt212 masquerading as an F1 driver. Today we are across the pond as we try to show how European racing is superior. Today the Germans show their superiority. No, not like that. Let's get into it. Deary me, that's probably one of your worst ones you've done for us so far, Smurf. But I hope you're well, buddy. We needed you yesterday, Smurf. We had a VAR moment during Singapore, but you were nowhere to be found, so I was a little bit sad about that. But yeah, so I think is it like 75 laps of COTA effectively today? It's gonna be a really, really long one, so we'll wait and see as to how we fare. Who is the best Creator Series driver you've faced? In terms of raw speed, I think the fastest person I've seen in Creator Series was it Carl? I want to say his name was. He did one race at Imola, I remember, as my teammate. Took pole, dominated, and then I don't think I've ever raced with him again. But he scored more points in that one race for Alpine than I did in my half season for the team. So, you know, that's. I think Carl is probably. I think he's probably quicker than like a Gillen or a GB or a Ben or anyone like that. He's just a little bit quicker than those guys. 2 Hulk streams in 2 days, absolutely. You don't get this very often in the Matt212 universe. But hopefully, I mean, I enjoyed Singapore quite a lot yesterday. I thought COTA's a really long weekend, so we've just got to try and smash it and see as to how we get on. I don't want to waste too much time before we get in, so I'm going to do the intro in just a second. Because, like I said, this is going to be a really long weekend. And I'm hoping we don't end up with rain. Otherwise, this long weekend is going to get even longer. So, yeah, we'll roll the intro pretty quickly, I think. First stream is yesterday, and been looking forward to this one since. Hey, welcome on in, Jim. I hope you enjoyed, buddy. I have tried a little bit of Le Mans Ultimate. I haven't played it that much, but I do enjoy it when I do jump on. Proof there, ladies and gents, 110 AI. I know I always get questioned about it, but I only run 110 AI on this game. So there you go as well. For those of you that try and claim that I don't run 110 AI, there is your proof. Are we live on short format? I'm hoping we are. I think we are, aren't we? It says we are. Let's have a look. Yeah, there we go. We are definitely live with the vertical POV. So that's reassuring. Right, I think we're good to go then. Let's run the intro. Over under 3.25 hour stream. I reckon we'll be just over. I reckon it'll be somewhere between 3 and 3.5, unless we get a mechanical failure. Then it might cut down, obviously, a bit, depending. I mean, we almost got a mechanical failure on lap 6, was it, in Singapore? So I'm hoping, we don't get. If we do end up with a mechanical, I'm hoping it's not too early on, or if it's in the sprint race, that would probably be better as well. Right, let's roll the intro. Hello everyone and welcome back to round 19 of our F1 25 Nico Hulkenberg career mode. Yes, we return this weekend out in Texas for the US Grand Prix at the Circuit of the Americas. Of course, if you missed out on the last video that went live from Singapore a few days ago, I would highly, highly recommend going back and checking it out. It's safe to say, with just 6 races, 3 sprints left to go now of the campaign, things are not really heating up at the top of the table, but behind Max Verstappen, things are still looking pretty close. The Dutchman has a 72-point lead over Lando Norris. It's basically a question of when, rather than if, the Dutchman becomes a 5-time Formula 1 world champion. But Norris and Leclerc, only 7 points between them. We are currently 22 back behind Oscar Piastri, just 4 ahead of George Russell after we bagged our 6th victory of the campaign so far. Of course, Singapore, Monza, Belgium, Austria, Jeddah, and Australia. I think we've had the joint most wins of the campaign. Yes, Verstappen and I have each had 6 wins so far this season. It's just, normally, if the Dutchman doesn't win, he gets a podium. The only time I've finished in the top 4 this season has been when I've won races. So, consistency hasn't been our strong point in the Sauber car so far. We're just 6 points back, though, behind Mercedes as well as we head into this weekend, so really trying to keep up that momentum towards the end of the campaign. However, there are some rule changes rumoured ready for next season as well, so I'm now trying to save up all of our R&D. The goal is to obviously have a proper front-running car ready for next season. Of course, if you're new, please do make sure you leave a like, get yourself subscribed. Make sure you drop us a follow over on Twitch as well, at Matt212. We're trying to get 10k followers over there. But yeah, without further ado, let's return here to Texas. We got that, chat. We got that in there. Wonderful. Hey, welcome in, V10 Drifter. I hope you're doing well, buddy. I hope you're enjoying F1 25 so far, mate. Level 7 engine in NASCAR is OP. I shall keep that in mind. I need to get back onto NASCAR. I haven't played it in the last few days, but I do need to get back into it. F1 Cap, thank you for the follow, buddy. The thing is, when I'm trying to do the intros, I really lock in. Oh! I hate this game. I hate this game. What is that? For God's sake. So, it's a full wet sprint, and it's changeable conditions in the race. Oh, why? It's changeable conditions in sprint quali as well. Oh, for God's sake, man. Oh, we have got red changes confirmed, though. So that's reassuring, then. So we should be able to get a lot of these done. So I'm going to do that one last upgrade, and then we're just going to work to try and restore everything we possibly can. Or adapt it, I should say, ready for next season. So there you go. We've already got 4 done. So all of our R&D now is going to go to that. We've got 8 more aero and 9 chassis. So that is going to be quite a tall order to get them all done by the end of the season. So there you go. We have got rig changes confirmed, ready for Season 2. I guess that gives us one bit of light, doesn't it? So yeah, it is changeable conditions in sprint quali, a full wet sprint, dry real qualifying, and then changeable conditions in the race. F1 25 hates me. Absolutely hates me. Hey, welcome in, OC Luna. I hope you're doing well, buddy.
Welcome to Texas,
my setup all in terms of wheel, rig, steering wheel, pedals is about £3,000. There or thereabouts. Oh, I'm muted my TV.
We're in for free practice.
We've got far too much Natalie Pinkham. I can hear her in the background of my headphones. I think at this rate it's time to go full-time iRacing. If I could, I would. Connor as well, thank you for the follow, buddy. I appreciate it. And Spongy, thank you for the follow. Right. So, Kota, high downforce.
Right? Well, they're all fitted and
track limits are going to be brutal here, so I think I want to run even more wing. It's also a circuit where the AI are really OP just out of the exit of the S's, so it's going to be a tough one. I don't think it's going to be a track that particularly suits this car, I'm setting us up for hours of pain, basically. J-Par, thank you for the follow, and Chaz Mayo, and H Going Wild. Been watching since 2020, didn't know you had Twitch. Every single time I stream, we get someone coming in going, I didn't know you streamed. I'm trying to push it more and more. I have a Fanatec CSL... No, I don't. I have a Fanatec Formula V 2.5X. Predictions for the 2026 Constructors? I think Mercedes. I think that's where everybody is kind of expecting. The thing is, what we've got to remember is it's highly likely that the works teams will be OP throughout the first year or two. Although it's even more likely that one of the works teams and then whoever they're supplying engines to will be quite OP. So that's kind of what you're looking at the moment. Whoa, hello. Okay, yeah, there's no grip. There is no grip down at turn 1, it would appear. Maybe that's just the back end being a bit unstable. Steering feels very, very pointy in this car here. Sometimes I get this on F125 where, like, the front end is really, really aggressive. So you kind of have to dance the car. But I do allow myself rewinds in practice, just because nobody wants to be sat here watching it for an hour. Yeah, that is so pointy at the front. But, like, not pointy in a good way. Pointy in a sketchy way. So that corner is normally where the AI are OP as well. So we've got to keep that in mind when we get into the race. What are we thinking about the next F1 season? I'm looking forward to it. I don't think it'll be as good or as close as we've seen the last few years. But that's always the case with new regs. So you can only kind of do so much with it. Like, this is the thing, people, like, every single time we go through this cycle where people are like, oh, these new regs suck. And then they get quite good towards the end of a cycle. And then we get new regs and, like, everyone's like, oh, the new regs are going to be incredible. They're going to fix the sport. And then the field's more spread out again. And then everybody goes, oh, I miss the old regs. Like, you can never win. The only way you would make F1 insanely competitive is by basically telling the teams, these are the rules, they are not changing for 10 years. Then you're guaranteed to get some really good racing. Otherwise, it's just always going to be a bit up and down. It's just what happens. Jonathan, thank you for the follow, buddy. 2009 was such like an anomaly in Formula 1. The fact that every team was within like 1.4%. And pretty much every team at one point was a podium competitor apart from Toro Rosso. But Red Bull on average had the fastest car in 2009. Vettel and Webber did genuinely bottle that championship. People talk about the Brawn GP being OP, but Red Bull on average had the fastest car that year. Which is kind of insane. What's the best way to practice no racing line? Matt212 setups over on YouTube. I kind of talk through braking zones and things like that there. But honestly, the best thing you can do is just practice, practice, practice. It kind of... You have to learn it instinctively more than anything else. It's one of those things that once you learn it, it kind of never disappears again. It's a bit like riding a bike, in all honesty. Once you've done it, you can do it. It's just, it takes quite a lot of effort to get used to. But the F1 games are pretty forgiving as well. But I'm sure there's a lot of corners on this game where I don't maximise anywhere near as much as I should. I could probably brake quite a bit later into corners. Jonathan, thank you for the tier 1 sub as well, buddy. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir. So I'm hoping as well, chat, today, Matt212 gameplay on YouTube, we should be able to get to 18,000 subscribers. We're about 100 away, but the stream yesterday did absolute bits. So I'm hoping we get similar success today. Racing with no traction control. Best advice I can give, go to Baku. Baku is unironically one of the best tracks on the F1 game to learn, like, no ABS, no traction control, no racing line. Because it's quite unforgiving but it also really, where a lot of the corners are 90-degree turns, it really kind of gives you that basic understanding. Is probably the best advice I can give. Do I think McLaren will dominate next year? Probably not. You've got to remember, McLaren aren't a works team. I don't think they'll be uncompetitive by any stretch, but I think if any of the kind of Mercedes power teams are going to dominate, it's going to be Mercedes. And they did pretty much bin off a lot of 2025 for 2026. Maybe not as much as Ferrari, but why on earth would we ever have faith in Ferrari? Right, there you go. I feel like we've steadily got used to the car. Consistency's in there somewhat. Muga, thank you for the follow, buddy. I appreciate it. Do you like Linkin Park? I don't mind them. I couldn't name you any of their songs off the top of my head, but I don't mind them. When's the next VCarb episode? Hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully. I need to record it tomorrow morning. But that should be fine. I've got an F1 2012 video coming out hopefully as well tomorrow, which should be good fun. Cammy, thank you for the follow as well. Maybe we can get to 9.5k on Twitch today as well. If you're on TikTok, if you're on YouTube, come over to Twitch, Matt212. Please do consider dropping us a follow. It would be greatly appreciated. Caden as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm doing very well, thanks, Sportso. I mean, we're getting towards the end of Season 1 of this series. I'm hoping sensibly when we get in the new year. So I'm planning on doing Mexico Friday afternoon. And then once we get into the new year, I'm hopefully going to still be doing this series twice, maybe 3 times a week, depending on what other stuff I've got going on. Gary and I are going to be bringing back co-op, hopefully next Monday. So this series will probably go back to Tuesdays and maybe Fridays. But hopefully we should get Season 1 all wrapped up kind of by the end of Jan at the absolute latest. Hopefully a lot sooner than that. We should be a fair way into Season 2 by the time F1 kicks off again. I hope. We'll wait and see. Hey, welcome in, Naval. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Right, gotta just save a little bit of fuel. Of course, R&D now, super important towards the end of the campaign. We've got to hope that Big G pulls his finger out as well. But if we can just lift and coast through this final sector, it's probably the easiest place to lift out around here. Oh yeah, that back end is just so slidey. I probably should have tried to make some setup tweaks. Yeah, Mexico is not a fun track. It's so clunky on the F1 game. It's honestly the best way I can describe it. It's just clunky. Are we gonna get purple? Yeah, look at that.
Test complete.
Barely
Really
purple.
good
Wonderful.
job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that. Well done.
I've played F1 games on and off for like 15 years now, since F1 2010. It is currently 20 past 1 in the afternoon where I live in the world. 20 past 1 GMT. So I think the sprint race is going to be either going to go really well for us or really badly. I remember the last US Grand Prix I did. I feel I got damage in both races, I want to say. Just because the AI is so funky going into the S's. So I'm going to try to avoid that. But Hulk did pretty well here IRL in the sprint, if I remember correctly. Or before he took out the McLaren to turn 1. But he qualified well. So hopefully that's a good omen. But like I said, this is normally a track where the AI are pretty competitive as well. So we're thinking we might do the 8 AM Daytona 24 slot. Obviously I'll update you guys closer to the time. Someone's had issues, I think that's Mortaletto. So yeah, this weekend I've got no weekend streams. Next weekend will be iRacing Raw before the 24. And then the weekend after that will be the Daytona 24. So hopefully we'll be live Saturday and Sunday for that one. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, what is this kickball? Oh, I'm not getting the tyre wear, am I? We are way off on tyre wear. So hopefully, yeah, I'm going to do some NASCAR 25 streams in the new year. As I've said at the moment, apart from like F1 and the big iRacing events, I don't want to set too much in stone for streaming. Simply because, as I've said before, Matt212 starts a new job. So the stream schedule is going to change around a bit once we know her permanent hours. And like days she's working from home and stuff. So I don't kind of want to lock in too many things, because obviously some stuff might move around a bit. Yeah, there's not a chance I'm going to do that. That one is... It's sometimes just the random... The challenges on this game can sometimes be brutal. I don't think I've got another set of tyres either, do I? I've got a set of hards, but I don't really want to use those either. That set of hard tyres is worth keeping on. I think we're ready for qualifying though, chat. I've kind of done everything I sensibly can. I might try and just tweak a couple of bits with the setup. I don't know really what I want to change too much though. Because although the car feels on a bit of a knife edge, it doesn't feel too awful. Hey Dean! Thank you for the follow, buddy. I appreciate it. From Adelaide. My parents are going to Adelaide in just a couple of days. But thank you, buddy. I hope you're well. Have you been to the Grand Prix circuit? I know it's not actually a Grand Prix circuit anymore, but it is still in use, isn't it? What do I want to change? I don't really want to lower the PSI. I feel like tyre wear is going to be lethal. We'll go with that. We'll go with that. Right, come on then, chat. Get your predictions in. Where do you think we're going to qualify for the sprint? Let us know. Either bet some noggins if you're on Twitch, or if you're on YouTube, if you're on TikTok, if you're on Kick. Come over to Twitch, bet some noggins, or let me know down in chat. P15, P2, P3. I reckon it'll be a tall order to make Q3. I'm not saying it'll be impossible, although changeable weather might make life more interesting.
So what a thrill for everyone today to see our drivers lapping COTA at full hot
We
lap
might have a
speed.
better chance.
Of the
I worked there for the supercars. You like marshalling or something? That's cool. I like how people are like P4, P5, P3, and then Smurf's like P21. You suck. And Dart as well.
Okay, give me a quick radio check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
Right, is it going to change in SQ1? Is this going to be a session where you want to be the last one out there? Yes, you do. Weather gets better right at the end, so it's going to be last car out there is going to be on the money. Ben, thank you for the follow as well, buddy. I appreciate it. So, what I'll do, I'm going to put an extra lap of fuel in. We'll head out with about 5 minutes to go. Therefore, I'll get 1 lap to get my eye in, and then 1 real push lap. That's the goal. And hopefully we will start that last lap as the last car. Let's have a look. What times are we targeting? 1:44. Bortoletto up in P6. Okay, Big G. But a lot of drivers haven't gone yet. Right, we'll do that. We'll do that. My drives on TikTok are like ASMR. Is that... Eh?
Understood. Stopping this lap.
Wait, why isn't the bind working? My bind's not working, chat. That's weird. The ERS bind. Right, so like I said, we'll do an out lap. No real battery usage or anything like that. I broke the binds yesterday, but they should be fine again today.
And we've been pushed down to P20.
I haven't used a controller since then. So this first lap, yeah, won't be much of a representative. Or if it is, I'll be very impressed. The binds shouldn't matter too much, because obviously I basically leave the car in off or overtake mode all the time. It's only really in qualifying where it's a bit more awkward. Ugh. Oh, it's so scary up over the top of the hill there. I don't know whether we were up, whether we were down, what was going on in Sector 1, but we'll take it. So you can get away with a bit of curve through a few places. Oh, can't see Delta. Sorry. There you go. You'll be able to see Delta now. I never listened to chat once. Maybe one year it'll become... Maybe 2026 is the year I get good at being a streamer. Probably not, but we can dream. So we're 1.2 down on Lawson at the moment. We might unironically get out-qualified by Antonelli here, but... sorry, not Antonelli, Bortoletto. But we'll wait and see. I would rather, like I said, get one lap to get my eye in, and then really push.
We don't have the data for that, I'm afraid.
Okay. Alright, let's go. So, how much time do we need to find? About 1.5 seconds. I'm going to immediately... Oh, Hadjar goes fastest. Okay. We could see some shocks out in Q1. If Hadjar's able to go purple, there's going to be a mixed up Q1. Alonso's into the drop zone. Sonoda's into the drop zone. But I think, yeah, everybody that waits till right at the very end is going to be in a good spot. I mean, we're already 1.3 seconds up. Purple Sector 1. Come on, little Sauber. Maybe we have timed this beautifully. Oh, that's close to track limits.
We've dropped to P20.
Come on. Come on. Oh, just lock the fronts up slightly. That's fine, though. We can get the power down. Oh, come on. This is surely got to be pole. What do we need? 5 seconds to go quicker than Hadjar. But it sounds ridiculous, but we are already over 3 seconds up. As long as I don't invalidate, that's what we've got to think about now. As long as I don't invalidate or spin, we should be safely through. Purple Sector 1, Purple Sector 2. Still finding time. Oh, come on. We're 4 seconds up. Ah, this qualifying could be ludicrous. Come on. 5 seconds up by the time we get round, surely. Out of the final corner, just don't take any risk with it. 5.3 seconds up, P1 at the end of Q1. Love it. That was like, I think it was Alonso, wasn't it? It's Silverstone. I want to say like 2017. Where he was the only driver that gambled it in Q1. He went to dries and was like fastest by like 3 seconds. And I just remember watching it on TV and like the crowd erupted with it. But there we go. I mean, imagine if this was the actual grid. Myself, Hadjar, Sainz, Antonelli, Behrman, Stroll as your top 6. That would add some spice, wouldn't it? Is Hamilton out in Q1 though, chat? Did I just knock Lewis out? We did! Bortoletto made it through, but Lewis didn't. Oh, man. So, 1 Ferrari, 1 Red Bull, and the good Aston Martin are out in Q1. I mean, look at that. Lawson, 7/10 slower than anybody else. Meanwhile, his teammate almost put it on pole. But, yeah, a mixed-up Q1, though. A couple of decent surprises. That should give us a little bit more of a chance to make Q3. I love sessions like this. I don't want them every week, but I do love some sessions like this.
Right,
Stroll was one of the only drivers that got
check.
out there. It was always worth being out right at the end. So, again, I think Q2... Oh, we've only got the 1 set of mediums, haven't we? So you want to wait as late as you can. That's going to be all this session now is just waiting because the track is drying up. But the AI aren't, interestingly. So they're no quicker. Hey, what? Wait, they're doing 142s? But they're out on dry tyres on a wet track. These could be interesting. So Norris has gone fastest. Piastri, Ocon, Bortoletto, annoyingly, is way down the order. Russell, though, 14th place, so he must have made an error. So, yeah, I think everybody else has made a bit of a whoopsie. We'll get out there now. Do I recommend getting a racing sim? Absolutely. I mean, if you like sim racing. If you don't like sim racing, there's probably no point.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
Right, well, the track feels pretty good now. Still a little bit slippery, but not bad. But now, obviously, you've only got one real opportunity to try and get a lap dialed in. So everybody here is just trying to go for it. Right, come on. Let's see if we can make Q3. We haven't got as big an advantage as we did last time, because everybody else is also out here. But we'll wait and see. Right, turn 1. That feels pretty good, actually. I think we're going to see some fast laps. You're not quite going to be, you know, up at the absolute limit.
We've dropped to P50.
But there you go, Russell, I think that was. Yeah, everybody's going to be finding time. Behrman to the top of the board. It's always that question of how hard do you push? Do you make sure that you're really putting it all on the line and risk getting track limits? Or do you just make sure that you get a time on the board and hope that the track keeps ramping up? I think, yeah, the guys that went out early, though, are going to be in trouble. It's Bortoletto and I, way down the order, so I think Bortoletto might be out. Can we get one of the Saubers, though, into Q3? That's the real question. Oh, you just got a bit more braking performance there. Leclerc to the top of the pile. It's a decent effort by him. We're 6 seconds up at the moment on Sainz. But that would still leave us a good couple of seconds away from Leclerc. Where am I going? Ugh. Oh, Piastri. Even faster. Right, how's the grip through here? Yeah, easy flat. Easy flat. I should get on race laps, really, shouldn't I? Come on, one more corner. There we go. Beautiful. 35. That should be us safely into Q3. I do use manual gears, yes. I don't know why anybody, if you've got any kind of experience with the F1 game, wouldn't use manual gears.
The rest of the weekend.
Oh!
See you all tomorrow.
Well, there you go. Verstappen through just, but the McLaren's looking very, very racy. Charles Leclerc through, Antonelli through, but Hamilton and Russell are my big championship rivals. Neither of them are into Q3. The only one we're really close to is Oscar Piastri there, so... I mean, look at that. Doohan almost out-qualified Russell. That would have been quite a storyline, wouldn't it? But yeah, Russell, Behrman, Hadjar, Bortoletto, and Doohan all out in Q2. I do feel a bit sorry for Bortoletto there, because he was comfortably quicker than the rest of the guys that went out. A tenth of a second away from Albon. Otherwise, it could have been a double Sauber Q3. That would have been pretty nice. What wheel would you recommend for PS5 on a budget? It depends what your budget is, to be honest. Really cheap, I would say go with like a Logitech G29 or a 920, whatever they're called on PlayStation. If you've got a bit more money to spend, Fanatec, very good, would recommend. Gabby's scored, I think, 28 points this season, I want to say. He's not done badly. So Q3 then, again, it's just going to be get out there as late as you can. Track is now dry. This is actually going to be a real idea of how much pace we've got. So 31s we're looking at the front. Under $600. Yeah, go with like a Logitech G29 or something. In all honesty, that would be what I do at that kind of point. I will be doing a Season 2 of this series. I will be trying to go for as long as I can until we win the championship. That is the goal. Win a world championship as Nico Hulkenberg. We might throw up like an Audi mod. At some point.
Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please.
Actually, can I do that? No, my controller's not even plugged in. I don't know. Weird. Right, come on then. I've got to focus up. We get one chance in Q3 to try and put this car any higher than 10th. I think, looking at it, you know, Stroll, Albon, Sainz, Ocon, Antonelli, these are all guys that we could go quicker than. It is just about trying to get the lap booked up. And like I said, this is a very, very good track for the AI. Flat. 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 Still flat. Oh, a little bit wide there. Purple? Okay. Yeah, the car's got grip through Sector 1. Oh, that's close to track limits. Come on, nose in. It just, like I said, it feels so slidey on the back end. I'm going to try and make sure I use a bit more battery this time. Although I might have just used a bit too much. It might be that I've put too much in Q1, sorry, Sector 1, Sector 2. And I haven't got enough Sector 3. But we'll wait and see. I mean, I'm 7/10 up on my rivals. I'm getting a little bit worried that Ocon might hold us up through the final couple of corners. Use a little splash of battery out of there. I mean, this is easy flat. An ultimate corner is a scary one. Not taking too much risk through there. Oh, a lot of curve there. That was pretty nice. That's felt like a decent lap. Oh! That'll be close. That'll be close.
And that's it for sprint qualifying. Lots more coming up over the rest of the weekend. So we'll see you all tomorrow.
Ah, that's painful, chat. That's painful. 7,000 slower than Leclerc. Second weekend in a row. While we are less than a 10th off pole. That's annoying. I honestly didn't think that lap was going to come together like that. But it felt hooked up. It felt really hooked up. And that does give me a lot of confidence. Not only for the sprint, but also for real qualifying and the race. That maybe, just maybe, we have actually got some good speed here. 7,000ths of a second, though. You just think, had I not drained that last little battery on the run to the line, that could have been the difference between P2 and pole. But we're ahead of Verstappen, we're ahead of Norris, most importantly, we're ahead of Piastri. That's my goal by the end of the season, is to try and jump Oscar. If we can finish P4 in a Sauber, that's pretty good going. I'll have a quick look at championship standings. It is Max, Lando, Charles, Oscar, me, George, Lewis, Yuki. As far as I remember. You can play smooth on a controller. It just takes a lot of practice. Championship standings, there you are. Max still 72 clear. We're 4 ahead of George, 22 behind Oscar. So that's my goal towards the end of the campaign. Can I do any more R&D? We just got to try and... I mean, ideally you... So this is a top tip. If you're playing this game and you get reg changes, you actually want to focus on trying to do all the expensive ones first. Always try and do the most expensive R&D upgrade that you can. Like to an adapter part. It makes the most sense on this game. But sometimes that's not always possible. I mean, there you go, 260. That's the one you want to go with. Wolfston, thank you for the tier 1 sub as well, buddy. I appreciate it. I don't know why subs don't show up now anymore on the stream. Follows... Oh, there you go. I spoke too soon. Why do you leave so much battery over on a qualifying lap? I'm not. You can't run the charge to 0. You basically get a limited amount you can use each lap. I had used all of that. It's just normally that doesn't mean the battery's empty. So, Rain's meant to stay pretty stable and then get worse at the end of the sprint. Oh, Dart with the 5 community subs as well. Thank you, buddy. Max Attacks, just pure average. Chaz Mail, Rezon. Thank you. Hey, welcome in, Dev. Hope you're doing well, buddy. I'm also playing Williams career mode. It's Canadian GP. Any tips? Exclamation mark setups, Lepo. If you want some setups for the game, would highly recommend. Yeah. Also, don't hit the wall of champions. Be careful of corner cutting. Don't hit the wall of champions. Job's a good one. The McLaren shirt feels nice. Yeah, good quality. Fits nicely. I mean, I don't know. Have I got like an odd body or something? I want to get some more F1 t-shirts, actually. Now I'm streaming more, like, some of these thin ones are really ideal. But I've only got McLaren and Alpine at the moment.
It's
So we need
wet
to try and
here
get some
today,
others.
and we're expecting those downpours to continue. This will make for a difficult sprint for all the
Matt212
teams.
setups on YouTube if you want some setups for F1 25.
It's 10 to the left and 10 to the right. I'm not talking about a line dance. I'm talking about the corners.
Oh, that's got to be one of
Fantastic
Crofty's
circuit of the
worst ones he's come up
Overtaking
with so far.
opportunities into
I don't think I've
turn
heard
1
that one before.
And turn 12 at this anti-clockwise 3.6-mile track. But we may well see cars struggle to slow down here today.
Orbs, thank you for the follow, buddy. Welcome on in. Oh, chat, yes.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint.
We've done qualifying.
A fantastic
Solid. So
effort
you've come
from
at the right
Charles
time.
Leclerc yesterday, and it's
Oh, I
put him
forgot we
on
got the
pole.
inside line for
And
turn
Nico
1.
Hulkenberg completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Norris.
How do you make your car
Oscar
setups more
Piastri
race friendly
and
so rear
Sainz.
tyres last more than 3
Albon,
laps? You
Stroll,
can make some
Ocon,
aero tweaks.
and Andrea
You obviously want to run
Giovinazzi.
slightly higher rear tyre pressures as
Bortoleto,
well.
Hadja,
Some circuits I do
Oliver,
offset tyre pressure, like
and
Barcelona is a great
Stewart,
example for that.
Hamilton,
But then it's like
Yuki
suspension,
Tsunoda,
geometry
and
tweaks,
Fernando
that kind of thing.
Alonso.
Ride height.
Gasly and Liam Lawson rounds off the grid. Which of these drivers will get pole position
But a
today?
lot of it is also
We'll
down to
soon find
driving.
out.
You have got to be quite smooth.
And joining me in the
The inside
commentary
line
box
is
this
worse for
afternoon,
Kota, but
the
if we get a
First
good
Lady
start, I
of
might
World
be able to
Motorsports,
dive bomb.
Naomi Schiff. Well, they say that a change is as good as a rest.
Oh, is he going to let us do the
There's
whole
not
speech
rest
this
on
time?
show in the sprint format today. There's
They're actually
definitely a
going to let
change
Crofty
to what
talk.
we-
It's a shame he does exactly the same one.
Okay, radio check, radio check.
I have a budget of like £5,000-6,000
We're
for
still
a
in with a
sim.
chance of winning
What
this
shall I get?
title. We need you to push as hard as you can in the 5
SimuCube
remaining
or
races.
something like that. Even I don't know that kind of price point. Right, come on then. Sprint, intermediate tyres. It should stay intermediate throughout the entirety of this one. Red flag, safety cars, they are incredibly likely. But with... Oh, excuse me. 19 laps then of the US Grand Prix. Let's see what we can do. I've got to remember the Sauber is a drinker. So I'm going to put a bit of extra fuel in the car. Last sprint we did was at Belgium. And I'm pretty certain we won the sprint. So hopefully we can try and do the same today. But let's see how we get on. We've just got to try and keep it clean and tidy. As long as we score points, I'll be pretty happy. If we can get a jump on Leclerc though at turn 1, I'll be ecstatic. Ooh, there you go. As lights out, away we go. We have got the jump on Charles in towards turn 1. In fact, it's not even going to be close in towards that first corner unless he absolutely outbrakes me around the outside. Didn't want to take any risk there down through turn 1, but we'll get the power down on the exit. And there you go, immediately up to the lead of the Grand Prix. Try and just keep it nice and tidy through the next couple of corners. Lap 1 is all about just settling in, learning, obviously making sure that you know where the grip is and where it isn't. But immediately to the top of the pile. That is not a bad way to start. I don't know whether our dry weather pace will be the same as this tomorrow. But normally now the AI aren't that good at intermediate conditions. They used to be hilariously OP, but now they're probably slightly underpowered, I would argue. But that being said, though, Leclerc, when he's in the zone, is still rapid on this game. All I can really try and do is run away at the start. That's all I can hope for on lap 1. Oh, Norris? Where's he come from? Okay. I thought he was down in 4th, but apparently he's got the jump then, and he might be able to try and get past Leclerc as well. It's obviously those two battling for 2nd in the World Championship. Unless Verstappen suffers like a mechanical failure or something, it's pretty much a given that Verstappen will be World Champion this year, but Norris and Leclerc then battling it out with each other. Norris has made it through, but this means by the time we get towards the end of lap 1, we've got a decent little buffer up at the front of the order. 1.5 seconds as we make our way through the final couple of turns, but yeah, these are the kind of conditions where I would expect the McLaren to be very, very good around this track. We've seen it before. Leclerc, arguably one of the best drivers of a one-lap in Formula 1. But you get into a race and the Ferrari just doesn't quite have the same. Lock it up slightly, get as much curb as you can. Ugh! That's not good. I was trying to read chat and we might... Lando! What's he doing? We've made contact with Norris. I think he's lost some of his wing. Sorry, Norris. I was trying to just get back on the road, and I've almost... Well, I think I've given him front wing damage, but... That was suboptimal. I think we just moved over to the right as he moved to the left. And we were incredibly lucky to get away with that one. Oh, come on. Get the power down. Any advice for buying a house? Save a lot of money if you're in the UK. Yeah, the last time well, the first time it rained in Singapore, I hit the wall. Second time it rained, I didn't. We kept it fairly clean and tidy. Yeah, my best advice for buying a house if you live in the UK is live in Scotland. That's the best tip. Otherwise, it's pretty brutal. I suppose the north of England is alright as well. Difficulty is set to 110. I only run maxed out AI on this game. Well, Norris isn't hitting them, so I don't think we gave him much damage. He clearly still feels competitive enough in that car. But I genuinely think we've got this Sauber to a point now where it's pretty good towards the end of the season. It's got enough speed that we can be competitive in a lot of different venues. I'm sure I'll say this now and we'll end up like 3 laps down in Mexico. But the point still stands. I think as well we've accidentally pulled a bit of a blinder with the wing angle. Where I'm running really high downforce here, I think the AI tends to run quite low wing at Kota. So obviously they've kind of gone a bit more towards the race. I thought, you know, wet sprint might be worth it and try and snooper away some good points.
Minutes of light rain.
So I think that's massively helping us as well. But I mean, that being said, Lando Norris, even with that front wing damage, he is not under huge pressure from Leclerc. He's able to control it. Oh, come on, nose in. She's so understeery. She can be so understeery when she wants to be still. That's been something I've said all season long with this Sauber. Oh, we got yellows. Aston Martin. Stroll's gone. There's a shock. Ah! Stroll's gone and he's caused a roadblock.
Everyone's okay.
It was always going to happen after he qualified up in 6th. I could just see an Aston Martin slow on the minimap. Or stopped.
Alright, if we play this right, we can get a nice advantage here. Let's have a think about how we handle the rest of this race.
Well, there we go. I don't think the weather's going to change or anything like that. So, effectively, all we've done is simmed about a lap or 2 forward. But, yeah, Stroll doing Stroll things then. But now we've got to try and control it from the outside on the restart this time. It will mean Lando gets a free front wing, though, which is good for him. There's 5 red lights. And again, oh, that time around, it's actually Leclerc that gets a good start in towards turn 1. I'll try and go a little defensive from him. There you go. Charles immediately trying to make his way back into the 2nd spot, but we will still control the order up at the very front then, so happy with that.
Okay, no issues with
looks like Verstappen's struggling a bit.
Keep taking care of them.
He's lost a spot to Piastri and to Alex Albon, so I mean, like I said, for us, I think mathematically we're probably going to be knocked out of the title fight, maybe Mexico. But if we could win and he struggles, then maybe we can just drag it on a little bit longer. That's all I can really hope for. Sometimes as well on this game, the AI become better after a red flag. So we'll wait and see how that affects things. But all I can do again is just try and run away. Yeah, oh, yellows! Is that a McLaren? Yeah, one of the McLarens is gone! Oscar Piastri! Immediately, off of the restart then, out of this race. First retirement of the afternoon.
Okay, some information on Piastri. Okay, they're out of this race.
Well, there you go then. That most likely means he'll take a grid penalty for the main event as well. And only 22 points back behind him. We could be up to Oscar by the end of this weekend there, as heartbreak for the young Australian then. His season really hasn't quite gone to plan. He's been consistently decent, just not consistently great. And yeah, unfortunately for him, that is going to be game over. So he'll get another opportunity though to score points this weekend, but what that has also done is given Leclerc, Norris and I a huge lead
Great
at the
work.
front.
That's a new fastest lap of the race.
Track definitely seems to be getting a little bit quicker as well, so we should hopefully chase some good lap times in this session. Box, box, box. We are not going to need to box in this race. It is going to stay intermediate strength. Unless I lose the wing, there is no point in pitting. Really trying to see if I can open... Oh no, that's a warning. There you go, that's how you open up the corner. Cut it instead. So Albon, yeah, up to 4th now, ahead of Verstappen. So hopefully he can kind of hold Verstappen up. Because I don't think we're going to get away from Leclerc or Norris. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Hangman. Have a good one, buddy. It's a sprint race, so the plan is just stay out and try to score. Oh, there you go. Norris and Leclerc again, just like we saw early on. Is this going to give us a bit of breathing room up at the front? Yes, it will. Oh, come on. Yeah, I think Norris has done it, though. Yes, he has. So Lando Norris there, once again, able to jump Charles Leclerc on the road. But good battles coming out early on. Verstappen's got the jump on Albon as well, so he's definitely still going to be right back up with his two closest rivals in this sprint race. All I can do now is try to use this little advantage we've been given and scamper away. Oh, I got a warning, didn't I, for track limits. I was going to say, what happened to my fastest lap? Yeah, Bortoletto's doing alright. He's up near the points. I think he might have got through the Lance Stroll commotion fairly unscathed, so hopefully that's a good omen. I mean, Bortoletto, he has shown good pace. He made top 10 in Baku, and then I might have accidentally ruined him. So he has got good speed in this game. It's just generally, the problem is, when you're on the same, like, when you're an AI's teammate, that AI tends then to suck for some reason on this game. It's really weird. Yeah, Doohan's already got a bit of a train as well. So I don't even think Stroll was cycled to the back with that spin. I think the red flag kind of came out and saved him. Otherwise he was going to be last. Because I think he's still ahead of Alonso. I think he's, despite spinning out, Lance Stroll is still better than Fernando Alonso, chat. Maybe. Come on. I am streaming on YouTube and Twitch. Matt212 over on Twitch if you want to drop us a follow. Again, I apologise when I'm driving in the rain. Trying to read new follows is a little bit more tricky.
That was the fastest
yeah,
lap
Norris
of the race.
is fast.
Keep this up. Well done.
I tell you what though, Max doesn't seem to have much pace here at the moment. I mean, the thing is, if like a Norris started pulling his finger out towards the end of the season, got on with it, and if Max had like a badly timed mechanical failure, Norris could still drag this out to Abu Dhabi. It's not impossible. He just needs a bit of a snap and bad luck, and maybe that car begins to struggle. Oh, come on. Yeah, the car actually feels pretty good. It feels better in the rain than I thought it would. LOL Yo USB, thank you for the follow. I probably butchered your name, but I do appreciate it. Yeah, it's still going to rain to the end. This race isn't fixed weather, but is pretty close to. The rain's actually potentially going to increase towards the end. But that's the only real risk. But as we saw in Singapore yesterday, it's not worth changing the full wets. Yeah, Norris is definitely a little bit quicker than me here, but not much. But considering how much downforce we're running, I think we're not going to be the best car tomorrow.
Norris has just put in the fastest lap of the race so far.
Every lap he just goes a little bit quicker, but we're definitely starting to clear some of that standing water as well. Pace is beginning to ramp up. DJ Nike, thank you for the follow, buddy. I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Whoa. Come on, understeer. Oh no, that's going to be a second warning. I cannot afford another one. I'm really having a push at the moment, but it might then be that we just park the bus on Lando where I need to. Box for salts.
Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy.
Not sure I'm going to be doing that one. Yeah, look at that. Lando is definitely still very quick, but Verstappen isn't particularly here. I mean, I don't think it's likely, but we could see a switch to dries by the end, or we could be close to a crossover. I think if we got a safety car, it could be really close. But I don't know if the rain's ever actually going to stop.
So this rain could be with us for a while. Light rain conditions for the foreseeable future. We're not certain which is the best tyre right now, dries or inters.
No. How can he say that? How can Mark lie with a straight face like that, chat? That's ridiculous. Where are my sunglasses? No one's bet the noggins for the sunglasses. Although, fun fact, chat, I got a new pair of sunglasses for Christmas. So now I do have a exclusive stream pair of sunglasses. Yeah, Mark's paid by Ferrari. How can you look at this and go, yeah, we could be on the dries? I mean, I guess that's nearly flat now. It's still nowhere near dries. Oh, Norris there. Thought by having trying to have a bit of a sneaky look. Oh, don't make me wear the sunnies. Oh, here comes Lando. Is he going to get there? Not quite. If he'd been much closer, much earlier, he would have had a look for it. Mr. Death, thank you for the follow. I hope that's not a bad omen for me. Is that the Grim Reaper's Twitch account? Is this like where I get cancelled or something? 320 gig of Assetto Corsa mods. That's quite impressive.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now.
Hey, welcome to the Sosa. Hope you're doing well, buddy. If you had the choice to drive any F1 car in real life, what would it be? Probably an F2004. I'm not like Michael Schumacher's biggest F1 fan or anything like that, but I just think V10 combined with like ABS and traction control would be so interesting, and those cars were so light. That'd be just such a cool experience. Either that or like the W11. Yes, this is season 1 of this series. We're almost at the end of season 1, but it is still season 1. So we've made a lot of good upgrades with the Sauber. Although, still not as good as that McLaren, it would appear, with Lando Norris at the helm. But he can have a look to the outside there, and that's always going to be the treatment he gets. Oh yeah, Max now is definitely starting to close in. I think as the track is starting to dry up a little bit, the AI are looking quick. There's definitely still sections of the circuit where we're strong. Whoa, but, hello. Not as much as we once were. The Sauber does weirdly seem to come alive in wet weather. Maybe it's just the AI suck a bit more, but yeah, wet weather this car seems to be pretty good. When everybody else is traction limited, the Sauber gets good. Main defending strategy on the straights is just try and force the AI to the outside. They're pretty predictable. You normally know what they're going to do. So as long as you can force them to the outside and then just try and outrate them, you can normally squeeze them out. Just obviously make sure you use the ERS effectively. Don't bother wasting it when you don't need to. Because you need it down the straights against the AI. I mean, you can see on the throttle trace, there's still places where I'm having to be really, really careful with it, dancing it, kind of at 75% throttle.
Okay, so this light rain is going to be with us for a while now.
Sometimes you can try and break the toe like this, and that does genuinely make a difference as well. As I think Leclerc this time, yep, look at that, Leclerc's going to get a run on Lando again. So these two having a real kind of swap around battle, but again, this is an opportunity to try and build up more of a gap. Is Norris going to have defended that one? Still, no, Norris has defended. And all that's doing is bringing Max closer to the pair of them. Oh, this corner is definitely wide open. It's just not that easy. Oh, don't run wide. Looking for an F1 wheel on PS5, your only real options on PS5 are either Fanatec, Thrustmaster. That's really it, isn't it? I think. Although I would always say it's not quite an F1 wheel, but the Fanatec GT3 wheel is pretty good as well for an F1 experience, and it's very cheap for what it is. It's a good idea, Josh. It's just sometimes a little bit difficult to police something like that. Plus, sometimes you've just got to take opportunities. Like you see in IRL Formula 1, drivers will often try and go for overtakes at the same places on tracks. I do have some rules like that. For example, Monaco, I now try not to overtake around the outside of the hairpin, just because there's not a chance that would ever be doable IRL. But the AI kind of accidentally give you room when they shouldn't. So I normally allow it lap 1, and then after that I don't allow myself to do it anymore. So if we get a penalty, we're going to finish 4th. Oh, we've got more yellows! Someone else has gone. Seems to be an Alpine.
Good job, that was the fastest lap
I think
of the
they're good
race
again.
so far.
I think, yeah, they must have just had a bit of a spin there, but we've seen a lot of driver errors in this one. I guess we saw quite a few in Singapore as well, but... Come on. I'm at that horrible stage in this race where we've got a small buffer, but if I make any kind of error, it's just going to evaporate. No! Oh, that was so close. So I've got to be really, really careful. I can't afford to drive kind of below the limit, otherwise Lando will close in. I can't afford to overstep it either, otherwise Lando will close in. I kind of damned if I do, damned if I don't. And thank you for the follow, buddy. I appreciate it. We are on 110 AI. I am always on 110 AI on this game. I think the race, though, is going to be interesting as well. Because that might, especially with the threat of rain towards the end, it might kind of bring out some interesting strats. Because Kota is a really, really tight one-stop in 100% races. If you commit to a two-stop, it's normally pretty much as quick. And especially if we see rain towards the end, that could really spice things up. But at the moment, we are just trying to control this one. I'd rather make sure I guarantee the 8 points now than worry about that just yet. We box for hards, then inters for 2 laps, then back to hards. What in the Ferrari strat is that? Hey, welcome in, Albini. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Yeah, see, Leclerc's not much of a threat. And Verstappen, I mean, it feels like the AI just cannot get within a second. It's almost like realistic F1. AI kind of just stuck in the dirty air a little bit. But I think it's also helped by how strong we are through Sector 1. Oh, come on. Hey, welcome in, Arthur. Hope you're doing well, buddy. How much faster am I on a wheel compared to a controller? I suck playing on controller on these games because I never do it. A good controller player can probably get within like a second and a half of a good wheel player. But I'm not a good controller player. I mean, there have genuinely been some guys in recent years that have been close to esports level pace on a controller. It just takes a lot of practice. And you've got to be so smooth with it. But it's not impossible. Thing is as well, you've got to remember, controllers do have a tiny bit of traction control. But it's also really, really difficult to kind of be precise. Oh, I got another yellow. V-carb's gone. As Norris goes 4 thousandths of a second quicker than me that lap.
Norris has just put in the fastest lap of the race so far.
Is that V-carb out? Or are they still running? I think they're still good. I say, we've seen a lot of driver errors today. But nobody has switched to dries, rather unsurprisingly. Despite the fact Mark felt it was viable. No! How on earth did I get away with that? We definitely had those 2 wheels over the curb that time. We are cheating the system at the moment. But Leclerc's definitely beginning to struggle more. He is starting to drop back into Verstappen's clutches. This has just genuinely been a very, very good, intense race. Lando's definitely had a bit more speed over me, but just can't do anything with it. You've got to remember the AI have OP straight line speed. And I'm running a lot of downforce here. So I will lose time in some places. And I'm also in a Sauber. This car isn't as good as the McLaren. So we are going to be on the back foot in some spots. Come on. Come on.
Tyre condition still looking good.
Oh, 3 more laps to go, though. We've held on pretty well so far. See what we can do. Another new fastest lap. And this time we'll get to keep it. It's the first time all day I've managed that. Set a fastest lap and Lando doesn't immediately go quicker than me. Oh, there you go. We've got 3 seconds over Leclerc as well. Although I'm going to try to avoid getting a penalty if we were to get one. We can still hopefully now beat him. Just try and manage the throttle. Try to avoid getting any wheel spin. Ooh. Big snap through there. I didn't come out of the throttle entirely throughout the entire S's that time. That's just how much kind of rolling resistance these cars have as well. I've never heard of that issue before, Jack, in all honesty. I would get straight onto Fanatec support about that. Unless you've got like an incompatible wheel. Are you using it on PC or Xbox or PlayStation? I would recommend Assetto Corsa, it's a good game. Oh, I'm trying to read chat and I keep accidentally cutting corners. Yeah, I would contact Fanatec about that. If you're on PC, you shouldn't be having that kind of issue. Yeah, it's definitely still in PC mode and just keeps getting disconnected. You're not running the wheel through like a USB hub or anything, are you? Plug it directly into your PC. Come on, 2 laps. This is the Circuit of the Americas out in the US. Whoa. I don't care how close Lando is to me through those first couple of corners, because I know he can't really make a move into the S's. After that, that's when I care. And he will use a bit more ERS, he will be a bit more aggressive in the final couple of laps as well. The AI are hardwired to do that. Oh, as he tries to have a bit of a sneak. Just sows the nose there, and they're always good up over the top of the hill as well. Come on, we've led pretty much the entirety of this sprint race so far. I don't want to give it up with less than 2 to go. Try and get really good traction down that time round. I mean, look at that. I'm on the battery and Lando is still gaining on me. I've got to just drain it this time. I've got to try and keep him at bay for as long as I possibly can. But that might not be that easy with 1 more lap to go of the US Grand Prix. We're going to be under so much pressure from Norris. We did still go purple through that middle sector, but I think Lando definitely going to be much, much quicker on this lap, and he's probably going to snooper away my fastest lap again. Luckily, there's no point for it. Ah! Whoa, back end there getting really loose and lively as Lando gets a huge run. Can't do anything with it though, in towards that penultimate corner, but 1 more lap to go then from the US Grand Prix. So we have led this one basically since lights out. Lando Norris has not led at all during this sprint, but is he going to get an opportunity now? He's gaining. We will swing defensive up and towards turn 1. Norris late on the brakes around the outside. I've got to give him room, but we will get the power down on the exit once more. Plunge down the hill in towards the S's, and like I mentioned last time, we know we're safe through here. We know we can't really do anything through the S's. You just cannot get right kind of up on the gearbox of the car in front unless you've got a huge tyre advantage. We get a little bit out on the wet stuff though as we slip and slide up the hill. Oh, I get the throttle down on the exit nicely. Lando Norris again is going to get a run on me to the inside. Goes Lando Norris there. He's going to force the run. If for the first time today he's going to take the lead of this sprint race. Oh, and I can't get the power down on the exit. No. We've just got nothing on the exit of the corner there. Bit too much wheel spin. And surely we're not going to be able to find a way back through. As Lando Norris, he just got a huge run right when I wasn't expecting it. Tyre wear is just getting a bit too much right towards the end of this race there. And after leading throughout the majority of the event, I think Lando Norris has honestly left a little bit of pace in the bag. I think he's made sure just to hide what kind of speed he had in towards the final couple of corners of the US Grand Prix there. Car's getting really, really slidey now. Let's just make sure, that we bring her home. I mean, I think we've just lost tyre grip on this final lap. We have got nothing left through the final corner. Norris has snatched it away from us right at the very end. He will win the sprint race. We will only come through for second.
Yes, and that's a podium. Excellent drive. The whole team have worked especially hard this weekend, and that, my friend, is a fantastic
I just can
reward.
see so
Well
many
done.
bottles.
Great.
Oh,
Good job, guys.
man.
Happy for that.
I mean, Nico's happy with a second place, but I'm not.
So that wraps
That's
up
annoying.
the sprint race, but there's still more action yet to come this weekend. we've got qualifying and, of course, the Grand Prix.
I was trying to deploy battery on the last lap. I just didn't think Norris would get as big a run there as he did. And then we just got a bit of wheel spin on the exit, and we couldn't do anything with it in the end. There we go, though. From 4th on the grid, Norris will take the victory. We will come through for 2nd ahead of Leclerc. Verstappen ahead of both Williams. Hamilton from 16th to 7th in the end. That's very good going by him. With Ocon, Russell, and Big G all inside your top 10 there. I want to go back. I want to watch that last lap. Just see what went down. Because that was right at the very end. I just say, try to get the power down. So he had a look around the outside at turn 1. Couldn't do anything there. I thought, right, we're good. Let's not forget, as the track got drier, the Sauber was definitely getting weaker. You can see how much we're sliding around through the S's as well. Lando Norris is just so planted behind us. But yeah, just got a little bit wide there. Got on a puddle. Up through the top of the circuit. Tried to attack the curb there. And Norris, again, just got fantastic drive on the exit of the corner. So I honestly didn't think he'd get the run on me here. I honestly thought he'd sit behind. But he commits to the inside. I try and squeeze him further down. He's now ahead of us as we get on the brake. So I think, right, I'm going to try and switch him on the exit of the corner. So I open up the track width as best as I can. You just see on the exit, just get on the puddles and get a huge snap of oversteer. Lucky to hang on to it on the exit, but that's annoying. That's really, really annoying in the end. Oh, man. That's sad. That's sad. Shocking. Shocking. What does that do to our championship, though? It means Verstappen now, he's back 69 ahead of Lando. We are 15 behind Piastri. That could have only been 14, I guess, actually, wouldn't it? It's only 1 point extra for a sprint win. But we're looking pretty good ahead of Hamilton. We're pretty much guaranteed now ahead of Yuki. 6 races and 2 sprints. So there's 166 points available, I think. So it's now only down to Lewis can win the championship, but we kind of knew that already. But again, Verstappen looking pretty good. Constructors-wise, we're ahead of Merck. We're ahead of Merck with that result, so I'm happy with that. As Red Bull's still ahead of Ferrari as well, but yeah, McLaren are looking pretty much in control up at the top of the order. That was a pretty sensational sprint. I'm just gutted it went the way it did right at the end. I'm not really a fan of the wheel flicking technique that the esports drivers use. I completely get why they use it, but I just can't really adapt to it very well. I do it a little bit more, I feel like, now on these games, but I try not to be overly reliant on it. It's still a bit funky. Should I save for a new rig, £3,000, or get an SF1000 wheel? The SF1000 wheel is good, but a new £3,000 rig will be better. Oh, excuse me. Alex, thank you for the follow, buddy, as well as Loris. I appreciate it. Are we ready? I think we're ready. There's nothing we can really change with the car, is there? So I think mechanic. Don't think we need any. 25, 7, 13, 12, 12, 3. Yeah, we don't need any new components. We should be good then. Get your predictions in for real qualifying then, chat. Let me know where you think we're going to end up. I might trim off a little bit of wing.
It's a United States love affair with Formula
I do this
1
full time for work. It does pay pretty well. It pays the mortgage,
see our drivers lapping
so I can't complain.
Full hot lap speed. It's the circuit of the Americas, and it's qualifying.
P3, P8. Honestly, I think in the dry, that lap we did in the sprint was so good. I'll be impressed if we can match that. I think if we could get a low 31, I'd be very happy.
Please. Radio check.
Radio check.
Oh yeah, chat. There you go. I'll make sure I've adjusted that one nice and quickly. Yeah, we'll take out a little bit of wing from the car, but I don't want to take out too much. Just because it might struggle a bit more, but we should be good. Right, I'm going to do that then. I think that should be good. So, yeah, we'll have a little bit less grip through the corners, but it should mean over the course of a lap we won't be much down, if any. Plus, in race trim, it'll be a little bit... should be pretty good. My favourite F1 team is technically Ferrari, mainly because Lewis has gone there. Oh, alright, come on. I thought I put on mediums. Okay, apparently not.
Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
Who's that behind me? Oh, it's an accident. It could be Stroll.
P18.
Don't want to hold them up. Alright, let's go. God, it's so weird going back to the dry again. So weird kind of readjusting. But this time around, then we should have a bit more grip in the car. It's not a drying circuit, it's a dry track here. Obviously rain earlier on in the day for the sprint, but that has all disappeared by Saturday afternoon here in Texas. Through the S's. Flat, flat, flat. Down one gear, but still flat. Oh, down one more gear. Purple sector 1 again. This car is rapid through the S's. They're running so much downforce that no one can compete with us through there. It's just the rest of the lap where we're really struggling. Oh, come on. Oh. I'm trying to base it on how close Alonso is to us. Because he should make Q2, shouldn't he, sensibly? Purple sector 1, purple sector 2, then maybe this Sauber has got some real speed. Oh, come on. Oh, I want to make sure I don't run out of battery like I did in sprint quali. Because that was ultimately what cost us pole. Oh, definitely too hesitant through that. We're going to run out of battery, though. Yeah, just used it all up. 31.7? 25,000 slower than Verstappen, though. That's pretty good going. But clearly, yeah, we've still got some very good speed in the car. Yeah, we only run 110 AI on this game. Domi, thank you for the follow, buddy. I appreciate it. Are you able to talk to your engineer through the mic? You can, I believe. I have not got it set up, though. Because I play on a different PC, I don't have a mic plugged into it. Right, we should be safely through Q1 with that, shouldn't we? So, yeah, we lost about quarter of a second sector 3. Otherwise, we would have been right with Max. Otherwise, we would have been quicker than Max, to be honest. Ooh, Lando under pressure. He should make it through, surely. Surely Lando's still going to make it. Yeah, there you go. Oh, big G's out, chat. That's sad. Well, there you go. Max fastest. We will end up second ahead of Norris and Alonso. 6 cars from 6 different teams inside your top 6, though. So, Ocon as well, having a very, very good effort there in Q1. Piastri, Russell, Albon, Behrman all inside your top 10. Hamilton again struggling. Yuki again struggling. But they do make Q2 this time. Bortoletto 2 tenths away from making it into that second round. But, yeah, he will be joined by the Alpines, by Lawson, and, of course, Lance Stroll out in last place. Meanwhile, his teammate was less than 2 tenths off pole. Alonso was 2 seconds quicker than Lance on that run. That's pretty good going. This is season 1. Yes, I will be doing a season 2. My favourite driver is Hamilton.
Radio check.
Radio check.
Tribute for you, Matt. What asset did Niki Lauda say gave him his amazing ability to understand and set up the car? It was his bum, wasn't it? He always said. That's in the movie, isn't it? He's got like a really sensitive bum, wasn't it? So he can feel what the car's doing underneath him. Yeah, Rush. Rush is a very good movie. A very good movie. I might actually be... I think I said this yesterday. I might actually watch the F1 movie quite soon. So, 32-2? Having a laugh? Come on then, let's go fastest. God gave me an amazing... Your setup looks complex. It's fairly complex. But my setup's also designed to stream and record videos and stuff as well. You don't need all of this. Right, are we ready? Let's go again. Right, as long as we get, I reckon like a 31.5 this time should be doable. But we'll wait and see. COTA is one of those circuits when you get it hooked up. When you've got a good car underneath you, it is really good fun. Trying to lay Apex Storm on a bit more. That's alright.
Right, that's us pushed down into P15.
Oh, back end there, got a bit squirrely. Oh, and we're all out of shape by the time we get around the end of the sector. That's annoying. Big errors. It was kind of steadily unravelling there through the exit of the S's. It always annoys me as well that the S's aren't the end of Sector 1. Just move back the detection point to out of the S's. It'd be so much better. I've left a bit more battery on the table this time. I think this might end up, if we nail this final sector, being a low 32. Maybe still a high 31. Although track is ramping up, definitely. Definitely a bit more grip on the circuit. Oh, come on. Where's the nose? Oh no! Ooh, that's close. It's definitely, you can get away with one downshift through there. It's just the Sauber just does not have the grip. Yeah, 32.2, that wasn't good enough.
One lap of fuel left now, the tank's pretty much empty.
That was not good enough. Daz, thank you for the follow, buddy, as well. I appreciate it. Maybe that'll see us into Q3. Otherwise, we're just going to have one set of tyres, aren't we? And that's a shame. I don't think I want to risk it, though. We're 7/10 above the drop zone. We should be fine, surely. I mean, look at that. 7 cars covered by 1/10.5. Verstappen, Alonso, Sainz, Russell, Albon. Williams, again, are weirdly OP in COTA. Who's my best friend in CS? I get on really well with Scotty. Scotty Designs. We always have a good laugh afterwards. Scotty's one of those hilarious people that we pretty much always end up on track with each other. We'd pretty much always make contact, but we'd both always be like afterwards, we'd be like, that was just good hard racing. Like neither of us ever had any issues with it. Formula Car, yeah, definitely. Definitely. I think CS is meant to be back next month, but I honestly don't know. Nothing's been confirmed yet. Hey, welcome on quick. Hope you're doing well, buddy. I'm all over your F by P. That's good. Maybe not for you, but it's good for me. Right, I haven't got enough time to go back out, so that's our run. We should be through, surely. I don't think, a Yuki and stuff are going to find that much time. No, there you go. There you go. So, yeah, McLaren looked to be a little bit off the pace there. So, both Williams through, Ocon through, Weir through, Alonso's through, Russell's through. It's only Williams and McLaren that have both cars through. That's quite impressive. So, Antonelli, Tsunoda, and Hamilton all out in Q2. So, yeah. Not going to complain. Not going to complain about that. We are definitely in the fight for pole, though. Everybody got slower in Q2, but no one got a good lap hooked up. What's a good setup for F1 career? I've just bought a wheel and pedals. Matt212 setups over on YouTube.
Let's have a comms check, please.
All of my
Radio
setups
check.
are available there. Would recommend. They're great for beginners, great for career mode, all that good stuff. Right. What do I need to do? We need to get a... Oh, I haven't got an extra set, have I? So it's a good job I didn't use that set of tyres. This is literally one shot in Q3. I forgot, obviously, because it's a sprint weekend, you got one set less. So, oh, there you go. For Piastri even. 31-1. That is a good lap. How close can we get to that, chat? That's the real question. I don't play much Forza nowadays. Although I might get Horizon 5 on PC and try to 100% it. I feel like that could be good fun for a stream.
Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap.
Before the game, like, dies. Because I've basically 100%ed every other Horizon game, but not 5. Right, come on then. Let's see what we can do. Good setup at the final corner. Let's hope we've got the grip underneath us. 31-1 is the goal. I can't imagine anybody else will improve. But you never know. Maybe a Verstappen can get, like, into the 30s. That's the real goal. Can anyone go sub 91 seconds? Gotta keep it tidy through the S's, though. Oh, there you go. As soon as I say no one to go quicker, Oscar Piastri does. But we once again have gone purple through sector 1. And really on the limit up through the top of the circuit there. Oh, did I leave out in third? I think I have, haven't I? That should be alright. Can't imagine we'll lose much from that. I almost panicked then about when to activate the DRS. Oh, late downshift to second. That worked nicely. Then you want to leave it in third through there because it's so horribly cambered, you just cannot get the power down. Well, we're going to be fairly close, I think. I don't think this is going to go quicker than Oscar, but hopefully we're going to be right towards the front still. Oh, I just didn't want to risk it. Come on.
Clean. That was clean.
Oh! How many times am I going to be second, man? I thought we'd done it then. I thought we'd done it. Oh! 37 thousandths away. So this weekend, across both qualifying sessions, we have been 44 thousandths off pole. That's painful. That's painful. Damn it, man. That's annoying. Norris ends up third ahead of Leclerc. Verstappen down in sixth, though. So, yeah, I just don't think Red Bull has the speed this weekend. But then, yeah, Alonso, Sainz, Ocon, Albon. I don't really think anybody expected any of them to be kind of really in the fight. I think, honestly, Williams used up most of their tyres too early. And that's why they struggled a bit. But, oh, I really tried to give it all. But, unfortunately, not quite enough for pole position. But P2 on the grid for the US Grand Prix. I don't think we can complain about that too much. P2 with a Sauber. I'm just that good. Right, I'm going to get the race starting, chat, and I'm going to go get another drink. I'll let you guys enjoy some Crofty. So I've finished all my water, and I do not want to do 56 laps here without a drink. Otherwise, that'll be a bad headache. So, yeah, I'll let you guys get, like, the grid rundown and stuff. Let me know if someone's got a penalty. Hopefully it'll be Oscar, so that way I can start from pole. Oh, make sure I do that. Ow.
Here we are then in one of the fastest growing cities in the United States, the fabulous Austin in the great state of Texas. The circuit itself, 14 miles southeast of the city centre, has been home to the US Grand Prix since 2012, the latest in a long list of iconic tracks to have that honour. It's the Circuit of the Americas then, situated 14 miles outside of the great city of Austin. This is a 3.6 mile lap with 20 corners, 10 to the left and 10 to the right, and top speeds of around 200 miles per hour. Overtaking opportunities are available into turns 1 and 12, especially with that rear wing DRS wide open. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown
How long
looks
does
like.
Crofty go on for? I thought I'd be back and he would have done the entire
lines up
rundown.
on pole position, and Lando Norris lines up alongside.
Oh, we're on pole. Oscar
Considering
has got a
the rest
penalty,
of
of
the grid,
course.
We have Leclerc, Russell, Max Verstappen.
I
and
forgot, obviously, he had
Fernando
Piastri, obviously had a
Sainz,
engine failure,
Ocon,
didn't he?
Albon.
So we have got
and
pole.
Andrea Kimi Antonelli, Tsunoda, Behrman, and Sir Lewis Hamilton.
I do have
and
one
Hadjar,
glass with a straw.
Gasly, Doohan, Lance Stroll.
But where it's
and
quite tall, I
Gabriel
often find that I
Bortoleto.
knock it.
Lawson. And
What
off
I
the
need to do is
Piastri,
set up so like
rounds
I've got
off
a
the grid.
backpack,
Now
sellotape
it's
to the
almost
back of the
time for
chair,
lights out, so
and
let's
then
go
I
down
can
to the track.
drink from that.
So I'm
Yeah,
sure
we
there'll
love
be
a food
plenty
chat
to
stream.
talk
What's
about
my
this
favourite
afternoon,
flavour of
and
crisp?
who's going to talk about it
Oh,
with us?
honestly,
None other
there's
than
so
Naomi
many.
Schiff.
There's so
Hi,
many
Naomi.
good ones.
And let's talk momentum with this driver. What a sprint it was. They start at 0 once again
Ollie
for
Birdman.
today, but with a huge amount of confidence, surely. Now, we had great fun watching them.
Is that
win
like Ollie
last time
Behrman's
out. What a
weird
great
brother?
victory it was.
How many
But
how many
can they carry
different
that into
animal
today's
man
race?
can
Well,
Ollie
they're certainly
be?
in a great position. It's always great to
Ollie
just come
Beaverman?
off of a win. The momentum's there. The team are working
Ollie
well together.
Huntsman
and so is the car. So
Spiderman?
what they've got to do is just keep building on that.
The-
Don't change a winning formula.
Oh,
Keep it
excuse me, the
simple
opportunities
and keep
horrendous.
doing what you're doing.
Yeah, I need like one of those F1 driver drink spots.
Okay,
That'd be useful.
radio check. Radio check.
That'd be really useful.
Radio check.
Right, I know you're hot in the cockpit, but your
Otter
tyres are
Behrman,
going to be even
Ollie
hotter.
Fishman.
You're going to have to work extra hard today to keep them cool.
Right, come on then. 56 laps here from Kota. Team reckon it's a one-stop, but that chance of rain at the end is making me nervous. Hopefully it won't happen. Smurf, you're an evil, evil man. You are a monster. Sunglasses, 50,000 points. I hate you. Right, I guess we're doing that now then. Now I've got to try and survive this race from pole with the sunglasses on. I reckon though, a medium is definitely the way I want to start. But if there's rain, it might happen earlier than that. Sometimes when there's rain predicted right to the end of a Grand Prix, it actually rocks up quite a lot earlier. So my kind of thing is we'll take the mediums sensibly as far as I can, then we'll bolt on the hards, but if I can't get to like the end of 26, then we should be okay. I don't think, maybe a two-stop isn't bad around here, but I just don't know when the weather's going to arrive, so I don't want to risk it at the moment. But I think we're happy with the car. We've got to try and control the pace though down into turn 1. That's goal number 1. So 5 red lights come on then. We've got some split strategies up at the front. Oh, that was an incredibly long hole, but I've done all right. I've actually done very well. Leclerc's gone backwards in towards turn 1, but... Oh, hello. Who's that having a look? Norris, of course. Tried to have a bit of a cheeky dive bomb there down at turn 1, but we will hang on for now. Nice and easy through the S's for the first time. Obviously, the other big thing, I've got to make sure I don't get warnings. That's what I've got to be really, really careful of in this race. Nice and easy, nice and easy. A Zack attack, thank you for the follow, buddy. Welcome on in. Honestly, I don't know whether I'll have the pace for Lando today. So, I'm going to try and defend from him earlier on, but he might not end up being my real rival today. That McLaren might just be a bit too fast. As immediately Lando's trying to prove that point. To the outside he'll go. Very, very late on the brakes. Of course, we had a lot of battles in the sprint race, but this time around we'll get the elbows out once again. We will keep him down the outside there and unable to find a way through. Alonso up to the podium. Go on, Fernando. Ugh. Get both green cars on the podium. That'd be quite a story. We almost did. We almost got both Saubers on the podium, didn't we, back in Italy? Sadly, Bortoleto just didn't have the pace right towards the end. Whoa. Oh, don't get done for corner cutting. A warning on lap 1 would be an absolute disaster.
Okay, DRS is now available.
And there we go. We still lead at the end of lap 1. Norris is going to try and close back in, but can't do anything by the time we get back into that first corner. It is such a different track in the dry though, Kota. It is brutal. Now, Scotty, thank you for the follow as well, buddy. I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We've got to be pretty close now to 9.5k on Twitch, I would assume. Well, does anybody know what we're up to? We've got to be, like, less than 50 to go, surely. Just don't crash. That is goal number 1. Don't crash. 9,461. Not that far to go, then. So if you aren't already following us on Twitch, please do consider doing so, as I'm going to immediately lose the spot to Lando in the process.
Okay, we've lost a position. That's
Oh,
us down
oh, he
a
locked
place.
up. Whoa. That was good. Norris, I think, just saw us dive to the inside there and immediately panicked. So we won't lose the lead of the Grand Prix for long. Looks like, yeah, Leclerc is still on the back foot, further back, though. Kind of got a train of about 6 cars up at the front. As sometimes we've seen this Sauber be a good car over 1 lap and then maybe struggle a bit more in races. I just cannot spot the apex for that.
We've got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button.
I've got to be turning in way earlier through there. Crillium, thank you for the follow as well, buddy. Fernando Alonso, Carlos Sainz. New fastest laps of the day. Love to see it. Whoa. Lando is looking for moves everywhere he possibly can. Russell's starting on those softs. He's got to try and be aggressive as well. So he's definitely two-stopping. I think it was Leclerc on the hard, wasn't it? So that might explain why he struggled off the start. But he doesn't seem to be able to fire them up. I assume we're not going to get a weather update yet. I'll ask. Oh, I pressed the wrong button, damn it. Every time I do that, it scares me.
No threat of rain for the time being. Conditions look good. Dry's definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
So rain isn't going to arrive for a long old while. I can't take the sunglasses off because people have used their earned points. That forces me to wear sunnies. Well, there you go. Norris again to the outside. We're definitely confident on the brakes there against the McLaren. We seem to be pretty good at getting it slowed down into that corner. So I'm going to keep trying to use that as best as I can. Yeah, we've got to be careful of Lando, though. He's definitely a big threat. I think it will be interesting to see, though, kind of whether a Russell begins to struggle fairly early on, how Alonso's pace is as well. This is often a race on F125 where the AI can get quite strong out, but it will depend on like strategy and stuff. I mean, look at that, Norris now.
That was the fastest
once I start to get my eye in,
well done.
Kind of just immediately bolted temporarily. I can't imagine the gap will stay there. I've also got to think about the tyre wear, because there is still a possibility, like a real possibility, that this race might end up still only being a one-stop. We might never see a switch to wets. So I have got to think about how we can be smooth, how we can look after the tyres, everything like that. If we can get Lando out of the DRS, that would be very useful. They're just so good up over the top of the circuit there. But I think we've done it. There you go. So hopefully now we're going to leave Lando under pressure from Fernando. And we can try and bolt. Yeah, a win for Lando whilst Max is down in P5 would be massive. Oh, there you go. Fernando Alonso. It is the 2 green machines, now 1 and 2 then, in this race temporarily, as Verstappen gets a jump on Russell a bit further back. So there you go, top 2 in the World Championship, now right next to each other on the road. But Verstappen, he's been on the back foot in that Red Bull all weekend long up to this point. But does, as we so often see with Red Bull, don't we, they kind of find something a bit extra by the time they get into the races. Oh no, that's annoying. I thought we might get away with that one, but apparently not. If we can leave Alonso and Norris to battle, that'd be good.
Good job, that was the fastest lap of the race so far.
T-5 laps till engine failure. Boy, I hope not. If I get a mechanical failure here, especially on a track where I genuinely didn't expect to be this competitive this weekend, I will be gutted. But now I've said that, it'll probably happen. All I only ever hope when I get a mechanical failure is that it doesn't happen. I guess with a sprint weekend, I don't mind it happening too early in the race. But normally, I don't want it to happen. Like, too early on.
No tyre concerns at the moment.
But on the other hand, I don't
Focus
want
on
to do
the
like
driving.
50 laps here and then get a mechanic. That'll be pretty annoying. Hey, thank you for stopping by, V10. Hope you have a good one, buddy. Well, there you go. Norris now might be under pressure from Verstappen as well. It is always impressive just how quickly momentum can change on this game. The Doorman? Sorry, the Room Man. Thank you for the follow, buddy. I appreciate it. Whoa. I did have a nice Christmas. It was fairly calm, but it was really enjoyable. Obviously, we're kind of at that weird stage in my family. Like, there's only a year between my sister and I. So, there's like no young kids or anything in my family. So, Christmas is just a lot more chilled out now. We're kind of in that weird... You kind of get like 15 years, don't you, I think, in a lot of houses where, you know, you've got like kids and stuff like that. And obviously, Christmas is mainly about them. And then you kind of get 15 years on the other side of things where it's a lot more chilled out, a lot more kind of just everybody eating a lot of food and just enjoying some time off work. So we're kind of in that phase at the moment. I think it'll be a few more years before there's kind of any kids around again. Yeah, ever since that lockup, Lando seems to be on the back foot. And it can really affect the AI. They won't like flat spot, but they can definitely end up struggling more. Hey, no worries, Sonic. Hope you have a good one, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. I mean, yeah, Russell is now going backwards. But Alonso's out of the DRS. And I tell you what, Aston Martin as well have been another team this season that have made good progress. Maybe it could be Sauber versus Aston Martin next season. That'd be quite funny. Ooh, nice. Sending mini dart signals for the rest of Christmas. Don't tempt Class 212 with that. Oh, come on. Hey, thank you very much, Willow. I appreciate it. Oh no, I've put my sunglasses back on wonky, chat. That's not good. Now I look drunk or something. There we go. Sunglasses and headphones are an interesting combo, let me tell you. Yeah, that's why you use so much more fuel here. Like, the game doesn't assume that this first sector is flat. So you just end up burning through fuel. Oh, okay, we got away with that one. How much did I put extra in the car to begin with? I don't know. Hopefully we're not burning through too much. I mean, I've got 2.6 spare. So, yeah, like I said, as long as we're not being insane with it, we should be fine. Why the sunglasses? So, basically on Twitch, people can use their channel points to force me to do stupid stuff for races. Sunglasses is one of those. Yeah, the monitor's too bright. It's actually not. I've got my monitor, not like turned down really low, but not too bright. Although I do want to get a new TV. I want to get like a 144Hz TV. That'd be quite useful for playing games. Because at the moment, my TV is only 60Hz. Yes, please do, Dart. Please do. Although, I might sound like a bit of a broken record. Again, once we finish this race, I'm going to have to hurry out fairly quickly. Because once again, I've got evening plans. I don't know what's happened to me, chat. I've become so sociable. trying not to cut the corners. Especially whilst we've got a little bit of an advantage over Fernando. Again, this feels like a lot of the sprint race did, where we're just trying to keep everybody at an arm's length. Which might not create the most interesting on-track product, but behind the scenes, I'm still working hard. I know, I've got a life. This is what happens occasionally. And then tomorrow, chat, I get Dog212. So she might make an appearance on Thursday's stream. I'm undecided yet. We'll see how settled she is. Yeah, Dog212 content. My dog tries to play F1 25. My dog becomes my strategy engineer. I reckon she'd do a better job than Mark, to be fair. She's probably more intelligent. Weather report. Let's have a listen.
No rain expected. No rain expected for the time being. Okay, dries seem like the best tyre for now.
Yeah, that rain legitimately might not come by the end. I mean, what are we up to tyre wear? Yeah, it's actually looking pretty good early on. The mediums are hanging on nicely. So we should be able to get these to probably half distance, actually, and then go halves. The good thing as well with Kota is it's pretty even on the tyres.
It is critical for our race that we keep them behind, please.
Oh, sorry, I hit the mic. Yeah, Kota's pretty good for kind of where it's 10 left and 10 right turns. It's pretty even on the tyre wear, and you're not too traction limited either. I once asked Mark for a weather update, he said the floor's damaged. That's pretty good going. Does he mean like the floor back in the garage or something? Maybe there was so much water, like it flooded the garage. That's what he was on about. Well, there you go. Norris has jumped back past Alonso, so clearly now starting to get his eye in a bit more. Took a few laps to kind of build up some confidence again, but Lando will probably be on the prowl pretty soon. Oh, the understeer through there is lethal. Yeah, hang on a minute, I'm not that old. I guess Hulkenberg is. Hulkenberg is the third oldest driver on the grid? By quite some margin as well, isn't it? Because Sainz is like one of the veterans, which is always a weird concept. In 2025, if I'm not mistaken, Sainz was the fourth oldest driver on the grid. Obviously, I know we've got Bottas and Perez coming back, but that's still pretty insane. Oh no. Damn it. That doesn't bode well. I've got to go 46 laps without a warning. I think we're going to be getting a penalty. Oh, come on. How long have I played the game for? F1 25, I've got about 650 hours in. Which is quite a lot. But I've been playing F1 games, like, seriously for probably about half a decade. I've played them for about 15 years, but I got more into them. Kind of on, like, 2020, 2021. Kind of when I started to realise this could be a full-time job. Yeah, if we can just keep Lando out of the DRS, that would still be useful. I have not got a black eye. Not that I'm aware of, anyway. Here's the thing, like, the sunglasses just confuse so many people. Yeah, Norris is definitely a little bit quicker than us now, though. It is going to be interesting, though, how many people are on a 1 or a 2 stop. Obviously, one of the rules in the whole career mode is I'm not allowed to ask other AI strategy. If Mark tells me, then that's fair enough, but I'm not allowed to request it. Because I like to keep a bit of intrigue up. throughout the first part of the Grand Prix. Because otherwise you just don't know what the AI are going to do. I mean, the thing is, if we knew the rain was going to come by the end, I could try and do double medium and then go inters. But I don't think we're going to be able to, because I don't think...
no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care.
I just don't think... We can't guarantee that that rain's going to arrive. And even if it does, it might literally be in the last couple of laps. Don't cut that inside curve. Princess dress noggins reward when. Maybe I'll throw the lightning between pajamas in there. 200,000 noggins, and I'll be forced to wear them for the next race. Yeah, the Alpine is not a good car in this game. Dee, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. And also, George. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Oh, has Tom choked his race, has he? What's Tom done? He's doing Austria reverse, isn't he? So my guess is he's locked up going into what is normally turn 3. Ugh. Oh, just a little bit too deep. That's going to put Lando right on us. This is not the sprint. We've already done that. This is the main Grand Prix. We've still got 44 more laps to go. We've done 31 laps so far this weekend. When I get to lap 18 of the Grand Prix, we'll have done half the race laps for the weekend. It is an incredibly long weekend here from COTA. I thought Singapore yesterday felt like a marathon. This one is even worse. But there is a sprint added in. But if it stays dry, this race, like I said, it should only take just over 90 minutes. There or thereabouts. Oh, did he make a mistake, did he? Spun lost 3 positions. Costing the rivalry with Norris. Oops! So, chat, I've been wondering. Obviously, I've already kick-started a Alex Dunn's Road to F1 on this game. On stream. I'm planning, I think, when the 2026 update comes out, obviously, if you can then race as 2025 F2 drivers, I want to do a full-blown Leo Forneroni career mode. Because he did not get the respect he deserved in this game. When I did the original series. What other stream series can I do? Like, I've ummed and ahed about setting up like a My Team one. Just because I'm running out of driver career mode saves on this game. And I feel like a streamed My Team career mode wouldn't be so bad. Oh, why is the game communicating with online servers? Like someone's trying to add me. Laps for the sprint race was 19. Lance Stroll career mode. If I hadn't already done an Aston Martin one, I could be tempted. Maybe if I get really bored towards the end of the game. I'm not sure I want to make Lance Stroll World Champion, do I? I think the F1 26 add-on will likely be like £20–25. There or thereabouts. But I honestly don't know. Now, it's a good job the AI behind us have been having so many battles, because it's kind of keeping us in front. God, the V-card sucks, man. It's so sad that Hadjar just does not get any good results in this game. Unless I've raced as it. Ugh. Like, normally the V-card drivers fail to score a point all season. And that V-card was very, very good. Come on, keep Norris out of the reins just. I mean, I'm looking forward to the real-life season. The 2026 DLC will add a bit of hype back into the game, but I think people are hyping it up way too much in their own head. Like, the whole reason they're doing a 2026 DLC is they're not going to fix a load of stuff. There's a few bits and pieces they might add in, but it's not going to be a huge update, because that's why they're waiting and pushing it back to 27. The big thing I hope for is that we get 24-player My Team. To be able to run all the 11 normal teams and the 12 team would be pretty sick. But I reckon they'll somehow cut that out. How do you play full-length races? I only tend to do them on stream. I don't really enjoy doing them, like, by myself as such, but I do enjoy streaming them. If I do, like, a 50% race for a stream, it's done in, like, just over an hour. At least, especially on, like, a sprint weekend as well. It means that we've actually got a bit of time to kind of settle down, have a bit of a chit-chat. Like, a lot of the time, I'm just having a chat with you guys, and the race is kind of going on in the background. I'm just driving. Like, I remember in the George Russell career mode, wasn't it? That race, like, we never really focused on the race at all, because we were basically dominating it. So we basically just chat for, like, 2 hours. That was good fun. Exactly, you gotta remember, like, where I do this as a full-time job, I spend a lot of time just by myself, in my room, talking to myself like a crazy person. At least when I'm streaming, I'm talking to you guys like a crazy person. It helps. It helps cleanse the soul. So Norris seems to be back into the swing of things. Sainz is still looking pretty good. Russell, I believe, is already pit. I must have missed that one. Or that, or his pace is terrible. So, but yeah, by the time we pit, Russell might get a bit of an undercut. That'll be really interesting, actually. Yeah, well, you're all just in my head. None of you are real. It's all a big dream. Colapinto career mode. But this is the other thing. I want to try and win a championship with every team on this game. I've won with Ferrari, Mercedes, Red Bull, Aston Martin, Cadillac, of course, in that series. Apex GP now, I guess, as well. Obviously, hopefully we'll wrap up this series with Sauber at some point. Hopefully I'll win with V-Carb, obviously in the driver career mode, and obviously Haas in the Haas RTG. So what have I got left then? Williams and... not V-Carb. Williams now P, isn't it? Am I forgetting one more? Oh, like McLaren as well, I guess. Well, we have said as well, that'd be a fun stream series, is McLaren series, but I start from the back for every race. So every single race is a last question mark challenge. That could be quite good fun. Is it harder to play F1 on a keyboard? I cannot even begin to imagine how anyone plays this game on a keyboard. Like, unironically, if you play on a keyboard, you are incredibly either gifted or cursed.
Oh, great stuff. You hit that target.
Yeah, so you can do, like, F2 drivers and stuff like that. This is why I want to do a Leo Fornaroli one when the 2026 update comes out. Because I can bring Fornaroli, like, up into F1, like, via Alpine or something like that, and try and win a championship. Although I guess now he's a McLaren junior, isn't he? So I could end up going to McLaren. Terra, thank you for the follow, buddy. I appreciate it. Welcome on in. They refer to it as a mistake, just a programming error. I'm a bug in the system. I'm a glitch in the matrix. Yeah, pain in your left foot. I would focus on kind of how you're sitting and how hard you're pressing the pedal. It does take a bit of time to adapt to like learn and stuff, but it shouldn't be hurting you. Not usually. Well, this is the thing as well, isn't it? Like, will Madrid end up in the game? You'd hope so, but it might wait until 27. We don't even know whether Madrid's going to be ready IRL still, do we? Like, I think that's what coders are hoping for, that Madrid isn't ready IRL. That's nice. That's a nice line through there. Maybe starting to get a bit of more front bite again. Well, there you go. Bortoletto in.
Okay, Gabriel's in the pits. Gabriel is in the pits now.
So we're starting to see some AI in. I think that's Antonelli as well has dived in. Oh, that could have been a penalty. Yeah, your shoulder should hurt. But that's just from carrying your teammate. I hit some of the apexes quite well, some of them I really don't. That penultimate corner here, the amount of times I'll be nowhere near the apex is painful. Is Verstappen gaining another one? No, Alonso's actually jumped max. So they're still having a bit of a battle further behind. Ooh. As soon as I start talking about turn 19, it tries to catch me out again, but I tell you what, yeah, over the course of a stint though, this Sauber seems to be a lot more competitive than it was yesterday. We're not burning up through tyres too badly or anything like that. The car's remaining pretty drivable. And the gap to Lando does occasionally go back up. There's Verstappen again then, trying to jump Fernando. I think, as I've always said with this Sauber, it's just important that you don't over-push it. That's the big key. Don't overdrive the car. It's actually pretty rewarding. Like, when you get it nailed, this car is really good fun. And now, with a lot of upgrades on it, pretty quick. How does it take me to learn a new F1 track? I mean, the thing is, well, you do steadily kind of pick up more and more tricks. I think Portimao was quite a difficult one when that came on the games a couple of years ago, but other than that, normally kind of a couple of hours. Although many people make the argument I never quite learned them. People would say I still don't know my way around now. My feet hurt from full races. Get some shoes. It might help. People laugh at me for wearing shoes in the rig, but maybe it does help quite a lot. And I mean, these shoes are so thin as well, I've still got pretty good feeling through the pedals.
Okay, we're approaching the pit window. You're going to be on soft.
Yeah, so I reckon we try to extend this stint a little bit if we can. We're definitely not going to soft tyres either. I need to make sure I change that. Have we got any weather on things? Oh, of course, I clicked the wrong button. Damn it.
Conditions look stable at the moment. No rain currently expected. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
So if that rain is going to come then, chat, it is going to be late in the day. So we're definitely just going to try and plan out for our one stop. Whoa! That was scary. I've got no other sets of medium tyres around me. How have I got through... Have I only got one set of mediums for the race? Surely not.
Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilise some.
It's definitely getting a bit more overcast, isn't it? But it's not awful. Yeah, tyre wear, what are we up to? 43 on the rear? That's not too bad. So, theoretically, yeah, we could take these tyres to about lap 30. Although I am a little bit scared of getting undercut. I feel like this is not a track where you want to be the car behind. It is quite difficult to follow. There you go. Yeah, Alonso and Verstappen are really starting to hold each other up a little bit. So this is giving Lando and I a bit of breathing room. I do have strict corner cutting on, yes. I've really tried to learn to make sure I'm better for Creator Series, so I only run strict corner cutting now in this game. And I feel like I have genuinely made a lot of progress with it. Which is really good. It's okay, it proves that it's working. So yeah, depending on when the AI pit, I might genuinely split this race straight down the middle. 28-28. Although, like I said, again, I guess if we're going to get some rain towards the end, why don't you take the mediums as far as the hards? The hards will probably feel a little bit better. But I also don't want to risk it if it doesn't rain. One, thank you for the follow. And Shadow, I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you as well to everybody over on Matt212 Gameplay on YouTube. We've just hit 18,000 subscribers. So less than 2k to go towards 20k. I'm looking forward to trying to do a lot more streams in 2026. I've got big ambitions for Matt212 Gameplay. It's going to be, hopefully, a good 2026. Can we try and get to 9.5k today? I don't know how many we're away on Twitch, but if you're watching the stream, if you are enjoying, please do make sure you hit that follow button. It's greatly, greatly appreciated. Matt212 over on Twitch. Perspective, thank you for the follow. Whoa. Playing as the best driver. Nico Hulkenberg. He's having a very good season so far. 6 wins in this series. To be fair, if we win today, we'll jump Max for most wins this campaign. It's been pretty mad. I think the only race that... Obviously, the sprint yesterday as well, but the only race that we should have won that we didn't was Monaco. But not helped by the fact that I tried to do a lap down challenge. Yeah, I got the tyres are set to go to hards. That's already clocked in. Oh, we got yellows, Williams! Williams is gone. Could that be a safety car or anything like that? I think we'll get away with it. Ooh, that's first gear. That's the money shot on the gearbox. Yeah, I think Verstappen and Alonso are still battling. Fair play to Fernando. He's making Max's life difficult.
Don't forget, box this lap.
Java and Kin, thank you for the follows. We are 30 followers away from 9.5k. And then, of course, maybe January. Hopefully, kind of before F1 is back, we'll get to 10k. But we'll wait and see. Oh, again, Lando now. I want to try and keep him at the DRS for as long as I possibly can, but he's definitely getting there. Whoa, thank you for the Galaxy over on TikTok. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I just saw that one flash about the corner of my eye. I got very, very confused for a second.
Okay, Nico, our fuel usage rate is higher than
we are burning through fuel, aren't we?
Let's try and back off a little bit.
We might have to be a little bit careful towards the end. I think we've got enough still, but we are getting through quite a lot of it. How do I increase the number of laps on a Grand Prix? When you load into a race weekend, when you're looking at like your laptop screen, you should be able to set it there. You can't do it like in a race or once you start the weekend. Or obviously when you're like back at base, you can do it then. I'm not waiting for a safety car, I just didn't want to pit as early as the game said we should. The game is still talking about doing a 2-stop. We're not going to do that. We are, unless obviously it rains, we are locked in for our one stop. But I don't know what Lando's doing yet. I would assume he's one stopping. The McLaren's normally pretty good on its tyres. There you go, I think Verstappen now might be free from Alonso. Think he should be good? Yeah, unless, like, Lando pits now, he's definitely one stopping. Yeah, we're riding in a Sauber trying to beat a McLaren. To be fair, I'm pretty certain if we win this race, we'll jump Oscar Piastri in the championship. We'll be up to 4th. It's not out the realms of possibility we could finish 2nd this season. A distant 2nd to Max, but still 2nd. On the other hand, Lando Norris is still trying to hang it. Oh, Lando's going to have the DRS this time, though. This is where that McLaren gets really, really good. As you get towards the end of a stint, it's just able to hang on to its tyres so much better than anything else. Right, we're going to have to try and get defensive again. Haven't had to do this in quite a while. Try and break the toe as best as I can. Lando not interested. So we'll keep him at bay this time. I might have to look at where I can just lift and coast for a little bit of fuel later on. Like I said, I don't think we're going to be way under on fuel, but we are definitely going to be a little bit under. And that's not ideal. But it's just through the S's. Like I said, you burn a bit more than the game ever thinks you will. If we can stay ahead of Lando until we pit, I'll be very happy. Lando might jump us, and that might then try and force us onto a bit of an undercut. But my hope was that we go slightly longer than the McLaren. If he pits lap 26, I'll try and pit 27 or something. But it has, I mean, all weekend long, Lando Norris has been staring at the back of us. That's just been the reality of this race so far.
Grip is probably dropping due to wear, so don't be too aggressive.
Can you name a full 11... Sorry? Full 11 footballs. Maybe? Oh, here goes Lando, though. There you go, McLaren back to the lead of the Grand Prix. Can I do what I did earlier on when we lost the lead to the inside again? There you go, beautiful. There you go, make it very clear.
Oh, rain, ETA, about 15 minutes.
Okay. Okie dokie, so this might make things spicy then. I say we pit right now. Because that rain is on the horizon, so we're going to try and take the opportunity. We're going to try and take the hard tyres then to that wet period. I don't want to go softs. But rain is on the horizon out of nowhere. Well, we knew it was going to happen at some point, but we just didn't know when. So we're going to really try to attack pit lane entry. Don't get done for speeding, though. As Norris, therefore, will take the lead of the Grand Prix. Verstappen, obviously, will move through. We should come back out ahead of Yuki, I want to say. Just make sure I nail the pit stop when I'm trying to have a drink.
Okay,
probably the Hungaro ring. I just do not like that
track.
track.
You and the crew there, mate. We're
Mercedes GR63, thank you for the follow.
No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go.
There you go. So now we've got to try and undercut Lando. We've got to try and push these tyres hard on the restart lap. I mean, Leclerc, if he can take his hards right the way to that pit stop window, he might still be in a pretty good spot. I don't think he'll try it, though. But I'm happy that we haven't taken any real risk or anything like that so far. This is kind of the first slightly risky play I've made, but we can definitely get these hards to the end if I ever needed to. Right, we'll set it up, Inters to go on. But let's try and push them. Let's hope that by the time Lando pits, we'll have a nice undercut on him. Jakes as well, thank you for the follow, buddy. I appreciate it. God, we're not even halfway through this race yet. Cota's one of... I know I said it before, but Cota's one of those really odd ones. Where I feel like this race takes a lot longer than it should. It's a really oddly slow lap. Even though it feels fairly high speed. Oh, there you go. Norris stays out another one. So this works out beautifully for us. All of the front runners staying out, but we are flying along. They're surely not trying to stretch it. Not a chance they get another, 10, 15 laps out of those tyres. Stephen as well, thank you for the follow, buddy. I appreciate it. I'm not in my mum's spare room, I'm in my own spare bedroom. Thank you very much. I don't live with my mother. I live with my fiance. Oh, can we get DRS off Leclerc this time? That'd be handy. I don't think we'll quite get there because the AIs drive off of this corner. I don't want to risk it. Oh, Oscar Piastri. New fastest lap of the day, seemingly out of nowhere. Oh, no, a little bit of a lock-up. Come on. Oh, thank you for the primer as well, Javax. I appreciate it, buddy. Chukas, Xbox Hermit, thank you for the follows. Oh, come on. Woo. Yeah, this is not ideal now. I don't want to get held up behind Leclerc. He's done pretty well, actually. He struggled early on, but he's persevered with those halves. And it has opened up the race for him a little bit. There you go, Norris in, Verstappen in, Alonso in. So we should hopefully have a decent undercut. Ah, there you go, there's the penalty. That's annoying.
Okay, we've been given a time penalty. It will go against
I knew it was going to happen at some point.
End of the race. Get your head down and let's get it done.
Sykes also in. Hopefully that penalty won't make a difference come the finish. But there you go, we are going to be back ahead of Lando. Oh, don't lock at the front. Really aggressive manoeuvre there on Leclerc, but back to the lead of the Grand Prix. And we've got a decent undercut on Lando. We've got that 3-second gap now. So hopefully that penalty won't matter too much. And it now means we've got a couple of extra warnings again. But Lando again will be rapid. I think it really has been a weekend where Lando and I are kind of the only two with a real shot. Yeah, we can beat Ferrari. We can beat everybody today. Actually, seems like that pit stop spread everybody out a bit more behind us. Alonso's really lost out. But I think he was struggling to hang on towards the end of that stint. Of course, the other thing as well is if it does start raining, that will hopefully make fuel saving a little bit easier. So hopefully that's a good omen for us. If you had to do a 24-hour race at one circuit, what would it be and why? Nordschleife, because it's the longest track in the world, therefore you do the least amount of laps. I would rather do a longer circuit less times. And hopefully I am going to run the iRacing Nerd 24 next year. Normally I can't, because it's right when F1 comes out. But this year I should be able to. Le Mans another good fun one. AI difficulty is maxed out, 110%. Yeah, Norris is a little bit quicker, but that's to be expected. Whoa. Still got to be so careful with the front end of this car. Like, it will snap on you if you get it wrong. Oh, Norris is going to catch Leclerc at a much better place than I did. I'm wearing sunglasses because my Twitch made me do it. Yeah, F1 24's handling model is nowhere near as good as 25's. I think people look back at F124 too fondly. Combined with the fact that every race was just a huge DRS stream. Oh, there you go. Leclerc held off Norris. That works nicely for us. That means all throughout this final sector, Norris is going to lose a bit more time. So hopefully we're going to have a bit of a bigger gap. It's definitely getting more overcast, isn't it? Oh, no! Oh, F122 to F125 is such an upgrade. Oh, there you go. Leclerc's in. So Norris has been released. Where's Big G? Is he in the points? He's got to be close. I feel like Big G just constantly lives in 11th on this game. So Russell's done double soft. I'm not quite sure that was the way to go. Again, every time we go through there now, we're getting a small snap. I've got pace over Verstappen and Alonso, though. I don't think they've got much speed here, so it is just probably between Lando and I. Oh, yeah, we are burning through fuel, though. That's not reassuring. I need that rain. Try and Lyco just a little bit where I can. I mean, the thing is, obviously, if we get a safety car or anything like that, then it's saved. Jagged, thank you for the follow. Sorry, thank you for the sub with Prime. I appreciate it.
We didn't get what we needed there, I'm afraid. But head down, chin up, and let's focus on the rest of the race.
Yeah, missed out on that fuel-saving target as well from the team. Doesn't bode well, but it's okay. Actually, we pulled away from Lando on this lap. Even Leclerc didn't have contact or anything, I don't think. I think we've just got good speed on the hards. Of course, then the goal will be open up a little bit of time as well, so we've got a bit of a window when the inters arrive. I've got the intermediate setup ready to go, but we'll see how long we can hang on to it. I mean, it might literally be a 10-lap splash right towards the end of the race. AK, thank you for the £1 dono, buddy. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Don't worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
Strat is stay on the hard tyre until the rain arrives. And then after that, we'll see what happens. Weather report.
Okay, expect to see some rain about 10 to 15 minutes.
So the rain's
from now.
not rolling in
okay,
too quickly,
like
but it is definitely going to happen. With 25 laps to go, that rain is definitely going to happen. We're running like 35, 36s consistently. So we're running fairly well. Say, the bigger thing at the moment is just trying to keep the gap up to Lando. See, I'm surprised Russell ended up so far back despite doing a double soft strap. I thought he'd be way more competitive. Championship standings, Verstappen's got like a 70-point lead over Lando Norris. Norris is like 5 ahead of Leclerc. Then we're like 125 behind Max. Max Verstappen is going to win this championship. We're like 14 behind Oscar Piastri, but then like 50 behind Leclerc and Norris. Then we've got a small buffer ahead of Russell and Hamilton. Yeah, sometimes they do give you some odd objectives on this game. It was kind of a good idea for a feature, but just badly executed. But how many times have we said that about things on, like, the most recent F1 games?
So we're expecting rain in about 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah, there you go. That rain is now... Bizarrely, that probably means it's less than 10 minutes away. When Mark starts repeating that message, it's normally only about 8 minutes out. So soon enough, he'll come on the radio saying it's about 5 minutes away. So it'll probably be by about lap 40. will be pitting. Because it will obviously probably take a couple of laps as well. I mean, we might end up in a bizarre scenario where it's raining but it's not wet enough. COTA is a weird circuit for that. It drains very well. So the circuit has to be wetter before... Oh, come on. Before the wet tyre is viable. You do... Effectively, you get a little bit more acclaim with your team. You basically is with your specialists. So you get a few little boosts and stuff. Not enough that makes a major difference. I wouldn't actively sacrifice a race to get an objective or anything. I just basically try and drive as normal, and then if I get objectives, great. If I don't, then I don't. That's the other thing again. There's so many things on this game that aren't actually important components. At the end of the day, all anybody wants to do is win a championship. Well, there you go. Bortoleto win again. Yeah, sometimes it's just a distraction. Cake Monster, thank you for the follow as well. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's annoying for Bortoleto, because it is definitely getting overcast. Oh, I can be worse than Mazepin quite often. I mean, somehow I managed to bottle and win Singapore yesterday. That was quite impressive. Jagged as well. Thank you for the follow, buddy. Despite you'd already subbed. But thank you, thank you, thank you. Subbing before dropping a follow is pretty wild. But I do appreciate it. Yeah, wet races can be good fun on the F1 game. And like I said, Singapore yesterday where it was dry, wet. Those kind of races are really fun. It's just something a bit unpredictable. They're the really good ones to stream as well. Because you're kind of all along for the journey. Like, nobody knows what's going to happen. As much as I like to complain when I get wet races on this game, they normally do add an extra level of intrigue. There you go, a lot of people don't set fastest laps. Smurf with 10 gifted. Thank you, buddy. If you've just been given a gifted sub by Smurf, make sure you say thank you to him. And enjoy those extra emotes and stuff. But thank you, buddy. What are we up to? Almost 2/3 distance, aren't we? A couple more laps. At lap 30, lap 38, isn't it? Is basically 2/3. But we are, yeah, again, we are gapping. We're gapping Lando a little bit. We're gapping Max and Fernando quite a lot. So we're doing pretty well at the moment. I am just trying to keep one eye on the sky and not cut in that final corner. This dude man as well. Thank you for the follow, buddy. This is villain arc. Yeah, if I could build up like a 6-7 second gap over Norris, I'd be quite happy. Oh, I said the word accidentally. No. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry, chat. I hate myself. Don't worry. What's the barrier? COTA's not.
5 minutes until rainfall expected. 5 minutes until rain. Dry is definitely.
Yeah, I'll give you those gifted back. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking. Ugh. I mean, maybe if Verstappen had a couple of DNFs, we could still beat him in the championship. It would require a Herculean effort through these last few races, but I mean, it's basically what Max tried to do IRL. I feel like in this series we've kind of got the opposite of what's going on in the V-Carb career mode. Like, in this series we seem to be getting stronger towards the end of the campaign. In the V-Carb series we seem to be getting worse. Ugh! Whoever said about watching barriers has just scared me. Oh, there you go, I've lapped a V-Carb. Just always get that small snap of oversteer. That's when you know you're just starting to overdrive the car a little bit. We steadily just find the limit, and then it's little moments like that are the reminder that you found it. "20 laps to go, though, here from Kota. Still a lot can change. Hey, welcome in, Big F1 fan. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Ooh. Oh, we're, yeah, lap 36 of 56. Not long to go. Effectively, a sprint race left of this race. But there's still the chance, well, there's definitely going to be some rain. I mean, it might end up being, you know, a proper kind of heavy storm that comes in and is just like, as soon as it starts raining, it's time for inters. On the other hand, it might be nice and easy. Like I said, we might genuinely not need to pit for wets or inters. Thank you for the 69 bits as well,
Smurf. Okay, we don't think we're far away from rain now. I'll keep you updated as conditions change.
That's the real number. Max got third in your championship and then got replaced by Lawson. Did he retire, or why would he get replaced? Unless I forced him to move somewhere else. I don't think I've ever seen him leave Red Bull on this game unless he retires. No! Oh, I got away with that.
Okay, Nico. Right, we've got some clear track in front of us, so let's make best use of it and make the next lap
Shadow,
a quick
Swag
one.
Lord, thank you for the follows. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on, how far are we away from 9.5k, chat? We've got to be nearly there, surely. I've got 2 warnings as well as that 3-second time penalty. I just kept accidentally trimming the final corner. I've got too much front end on this car. Is it raining? It's raining! I can't tell with the sunglasses.
Tyre condition still looking good.
Self-driving car. Once asked me for directions. Yeah, Max can. Is that Gary's F1 25 career mode, or because he'll mod moves elsewhere? So often the AI are normally pretty good in these changeable conditions until you get right towards the crossover, and then they struggle.
Yes, mate, we hit the target. Nice work.
Yeah, we'll pit now, go straight onto wets. Full-blown wet tyres right this minute. Say the hard tyres as well are pretty good in slippery conditions. Where the tread block on them is pretty good. They're actually quite competitive. So as it starts raining, oftentimes you're better on harder tyres. Yeah, you can definitely see that Lando is beginning to take a bit of time out of us. Gap's back under 4. So this is probably still going to be a battle right to the very end. A dyslexic man walks into a bra. I can't read the bits, donos and stuff. As I've said before, I want to get a bigger monitor for chat. Just where I've got 4 separate chats up, it's quite difficult to read it. I mean, you're definitely having to be a little bit more careful, but it's not feeling terrible so far. There you go, that time we've actually pulled out a bit against Lando. Yeah, we're only a second slower. I can only read some of the words to that one, Smurf, and I'm not sure I want to take the sunglasses off. Red switch, red switch.
Okay, be mindful of the conditions. The track's getting wetter. Recommend you stay out for now, though. We'll be much slower if we move on to inters this early.
There you go. So that's not a message to go to inters yet. Mark will still say the dries are the better tyre, and that'll be the moment you know to switch to inters. I tell you what as well, maybe it's just me being silly, but I feel like in the LH44 career mode we didn't lap that many people in 100% races. I feel like this series the AI field spread is a bit more. Well, I have obviously a monitor, and then obviously I've got like my TV that I play on, but then I've got a 24-inch monitor above it. Now I use a 34-inch ultra-wide to edit videos. But in an ideal world, I want to get a 49-inch ultra-wide to edit videos, and then use that 34 to read chat. That's what I'd ideally like to do. I'm really not sure I want to read those bits, Stonehouse. Yeah, normally DRS disabled is a good time to pit, but oftentimes you can actually pit slightly before that. I know I've had a couple of races on this game where it's been way either before or after. I am getting slightly nervous as well, chat. I haven't wanted to bring it up yet, but no one's had a mechanical failure. I hope that is not going to be me. Bradson, hope you're doing well, buddy. Thank you for the tier 1 sub, mate. I appreciate it. 32 months. Nearly 3 years. That is insane. But thank you, mate. I hope you're well. Alex Albarn as well. Thank you for the follow. All I've just read is that apparently one of those bits things was quite dark. So I'm getting scared. Lucas as well. Thank you for the follow, buddy. What year is this? 2025 for now. Although this is the final stream I'm doing this year, so I would love to end the year with a win. I don't know what the first stream was I did this year, but I'm hoping the last one's going to have a victory attached to it. But we'll wait and see. Sandblast as well, thank you for the follow. Woo. 15 laps to go. Track is getting a bit more slippery now. We're not at that crossover period yet, but we're getting there. Pace does seem to be really good for Leclerc, actually, at the moment. He seems to be flying along. I've got to be really careful. Obviously, if you watched the stream yesterday, we got completely screwed over. Holly Behrman was trying to let me lap him and got in the way. I think we'll have DRS though for Gasly, so that could work quite nicely. Oh yeah, it's definitely getting a bit slip slidey. Hey, where's the DRS? Is it already disabled? Surely not. Ugh, don't get a track limits warning going in a straight line. That'd be stupid. God, Ocon, he had a great qualifying. What's happened to his day? Or was that the sprint he did well in? No, I think he qualified top 10, didn't he? He's an 18th now. Not a good end to the afternoon for Esteban Ocon. Although things can still change. Could get a safety car or a red flag. That'll give everybody a huge reset. No. Ah, damn it. Now we've got to try and build up another 2 seconds over Lando. Damn it! So tomorrow, as I mentioned earlier on, we are picking up Dog 212. So we've got nothing really exciting planned because we're going to be looking after her. But, I mean, normally we'll stay up till New Year. We'll normally be in bed beforehand and then kind of stay up till New Year and then say goodnight and immediately fall asleep. I don't even know if we'll do that. Midnight snore. It's midnight. Neither of us have got the energy for that. Oh, Lando's taking more time out of him. Hey, welcome in, Fed. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Yeah, Fabio's still my idea. I don't know why. I thought Fabio was doing it because he genuinely had like an eye infection or something. Turning in too early. I did that time, that's why I got the penalty. Normally I don't turn in early enough. I mean, the thing is, like I said, the track is not getting much slicker. It could be really, really close to the crossover by the end. Like, it's just not raining that much.
Light rain will stay with us for
there you go, yeah,
minutes,
we might generally not see a switch.
Light rain is here to stay. Okay, dries seem like the best tyre for now.
Dries are definitely still the way to go at the moment. We might not see a crossover. You'd have to be up sort of around the 44s before you'd want to pit. And we are not there yet. Oh, yellows. Oh, that's just Ocon getting out of the way of Lando, I think. Unless it's Lando retiring. That'd be useful.
Okay,
no,
clear.
That's a shame. Oh, it's Ocon retiring though. Esteban Ocon's out of the Grand Prix. Safety car now will be a bit of a disaster for us. Oh, we are so tight on fuel as well. I'm still kind of hoping it does get fully wet. Otherwise, if we've got a fuel save towards the end, Lando might sneak both wins away from us. Half a lap spare fuel with 13 to go. I mean, like I said, we're definitely saving a bit more, but not loads. I want to try and get the gap up as well, most importantly. If I can't get the gap up, then we'll just focus on fuel. And I'll try and make sure that we beat Max. Let's say we can steadily bring that gap in the right direction, just a little bit. It might be that it's literally time to cross over in the last couple of laps. And that's kind of the debate everybody has. Like, what's this lap time going to be? 1:38. A 38. That's not time for inters. What career mode will I do after this? Honestly, depends how long this career mode takes. I might do like a shorter one, because then we'll be waiting for the F1 26 DLC. I've probably got to think of a new one to do with, obviously, practice for Create Series and stuff.
The tyre situation's an interesting one, but
oh, there you go. That might be time to cross over.
What we've got for now.
That might be the team giving it the kiss of death. Whenever Mark says that, that normally means you're pretty close. Lap times are definitely falling off, but not enough. Not enough yet. The window blinds are open currently. The blinds are not shut. Oh, it's just getting quite dark here in the UK. It's why I hate the winter. It's so dark so early. This is why I want to emigrate. I have to train my neck muscles, absolutely. I've just always done this since I was a kid. Oh, we've got to be getting there, haven't we? What's this lap going to be? I think lap times are falling off. Yeah, see that? Bit of a lock up lap time, we're getting there. 140 that time, although Lando was about a second faster, so I think I just messed it up a bit. Emigrate to where? If I could emigrate anywhere, I'd probably pick Australia. I've said this to Matt212 before. I'd love to kind of spend 6 months of the year there, 6 months of the year here. But I think I need to do a bit more live streaming before that's possible. I'm going to pit. I think we're ready for intermediates. Lando's definitely going quicker than us. We are beginning to struggle. Yeah, we've got to try and get an undercut, don't we?
We'll be seeing at least 20 minutes of light rain. Dries definitely seem like the
Our
fastest
team's
car at
starting
the moment.
dries. Oh, I don't know. I really don't know. I think we want to try and get that undercut, don't we? The thing is as well, the AI will sometimes stay out there too long when you get close to the end of a race. But on the other hand, if it doesn't get too wet, and then the AI pit with like 3 to go...
It's still not a perfect situation, but I don't think we've got cause to move on to a different tyre yet.
Oh, that's normally a pretty good omen. That's normally a pretty good omen. We're going to do it. We're going to dive in. We haven't got a championship on the line or anything like that. We can afford to take a bit of risk here. I just want to try and win this race, so we've got to do something a bit different against the AI. 10 laps to go. Let's see what we can do. Hopefully we'll be quicker. I mean, we're only going to come out in like 4th.
Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop.
Yeah, luckily I
time.
didn't speed this time. Oh, come on. Right, how does the grip feel as we head back out? Is this going to give us a bit more breathing room over Lando? Does he feel sluggish? Yeah, she grips up nicely on the exit though. We'll see what it's like through the S's. Oh, it's a bit understeery. It's not fantastic. It's not awful, but it's not fantastic. Yeah, we might have jumped the gun on this one. It might have been a bit too early. Although I say that, we have pretty good drive off the corner.
And burn off some of this energy.
Oh, we are really close on that crossover, I think, at the moment. Yeah, I think, oh, maybe actually, this might have been the right call. Taking a bit of time out of the guys in front. If you can just nail it, I think it's quicker. Yeah, Verstappen's struggling. It's helped, of course, by the fact everybody's on old tyres, but I think we've nailed this. Yeah, look at that, we struggled a bit through Sector 1, but now we've got the grip. Hopefully Lando won't be in yet. No, he will not. Okay. It might be that the intermediate is the quicker tyre, but it might well be that it wasn't worth pitting for the AI yet. We'll wait and see. Someone's in. Seems to be an Alpine. Leclerc's staying out, Verstappen's staying out. Yeah, I think they're in trouble. So hopefully we're going to have a bigger gap over Lando. Thanks for stopping by, La Hangman. Have a good one, buddy. Yeah, we've definitely got the grip now. Come on, let's bring that gap back down to Lando. I've taken nearly 3 seconds out of Max in the last lap. So this race is not over.
The forecast suggests this rain's going to keep getting stronger for at least the next 15 minutes.
Yes! That's what I want to hear. So rain's going to get heavier right towards the end. This will make saving fuel a bit easier as well. Oh, I mean, it's just through the S's the AI are really good. The rest of the lap we're there. It's just through the S's the AI seem to have some pace. The thing is, if it doesn't get much worse than this, we won't catch Lando by the end. If it does, we're in the money. I've never done any real racing. I'd love to. I've just never had the money. It's not like a top priority for me, but if I had like the money to be able to, I'd love to give it a go. Yeah, we are definitely quicker, aren't we? Problem is for the AI, unless they all start pitting, the likes of Lando and Max might want to brave it. But they are going to be on the back foot by the end. Lando Norris stays out another one. This is working beautifully for us. We're just 10 to go. Is Verstappen staying out? Yes, he is. Lando and Max might be in real trouble towards the end. But of course, Lando's still effectively got a 20-second gap. So unless I start gaining like 3-4 seconds a lap, it might still be better for him. Especially as we do keep losing time through the S's. If you put your mind to it, big F1 fan, I can't see why not, sir. Oh, come on. Yeah, see, through here, where you've got enough speed, the AI, they can generate the downforce to still have the grip on the dries. It's through the slower speed stuff where you're much more mechanically limited. Go gaps down to 13, under 13 now. What's my opinion on Keir Starmer? I'd rather not get political, but... frustration. I think it's probably the best way to describe it. Then again, it could be a whole lot worse with a lot of other people in there, so... My mum bought 6 more bottles of mulled wine. Oh yeah, the AI is struggling now. Doohan's getting out of the way. Gasly's getting... Oh no, that's Antonelli? What's happening to him? Oh, Verstappen's still staying out. Yeah, they're in trouble now. Yep, McLaren and Red Bull have screwed themselves. Everybody else is starting to peel in. Oh, Alonso's not diving in though. What are the AI doing? I think they're getting very confused now, but... They have definitely messed up this strategy with just a handful of laps to go. We should be able to get Verstappen this time, and well, we're not going to be far behind Lando if he decides to pit. Like I said, it might still be in their best interest not to against each other, but by making this call a bit earlier, we've been able to get the tyres up to speed. And although, yeah, again, the AI are able to hang on through these twisty bits, we're looking pretty good. We're still going quicker. DRS has not been disabled yet, I don't think. So we should have DRS on Max this time, man, despite the fact I'm on inters. I mean, look at that. It's not going to matter. We're going to be ahead of him anyway. Verstappen, a sitting duck. By the time we get out into the back straight there, we will slide in front of him. And up then into P2 of this race.
Nice work, mate. That brings you up a place.
And surely that is a wake-up call for Lando Norris as well. Surely 7 more laps. That's not going to be viable, is it? On dry tyres. Is Hadjar on inters? I can't tell. Yeah, try not to get another penalty. That's the goal now. Thank you, Isaac. Oh, he's on dries as well. Will Norris be in this time round? Surely.
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
No shock there. I mean, we've got near enough fight. He's not pitting! We're going 5 seconds a lap faster and Lando Norris is refusing to pit. I've had a race like this before at Kota many years ago, where I pulled out genuinely like 2 laps on the AI, because they just refused to pit for dry tyres. They went round on full wets all day on a dry circuit. Lando Norris is trying to do his best impression of that today. And this is the start of the rain. It's only meant to get worse between now and the end. Verstappen's still not pit. Alonso's still not pit. Leclerc's still not pit. Russell still hasn't pit. None of them want to pit. I don't know why. But this has definitely been the right call for us. Unless it dries out again, which I don't think it's going to. Oh, come on. I mean, look how much we gained through there. That's basically a second in 1 corner. We're getting on Lando. We did also have on the other side of that, Oscar Piastri did an entire dry race in Vegas on inters for some reason, and didn't even finish last. He was still quicker than a couple of guys, which was quite impressive. Oh, don't get a warning. Come on. Surely they're not going to stay out all the way to the end. If they do, we might end up with like a 30-second lead, if this rain's just going to get worse and worse. I mean, yeah, we've gone 5 seconds quicker than Lando this lap. He is a sitting duck at this stage of the day. And you can see through there he's still... I mean, he got that kind of grip through there. But fuel warning light on for the first time this afternoon as well. And Lando Norris is still refusing to pit. What a bizarre end to this race from the AI. We'll get him now.
Starting to catch the car in front, but we need to look after the tyres. We won't
Around
be
the
making
outside and
another
towards
pit stop.
turn 1. I mean, look at that. He's just let me by. He just does not have the grip anymore, but everybody behind seems adamant. Am I the only car on wets? I want to check race director. How many people are on inters? What? Bayman's done a 3-stop, but we are the only driver. Us and Antonelli are the only cars on intermediates. And Lando Norris, yeah, has done a Russia 2020 here. And has completely thrown his race away right towards the end. Imagine if we got a mechanical failure now. If we get a mechanical failure in these last few laps, I might genuinely cry. I've got to save a little bit of fuel as well, though. But that should be fine. I was hoping we get Lando out of the DRS, but I don't think we're going to that time. It'd be close, but not quite enough. Although I might have the DRS off Stroll. Yeah, Russia 21, wasn't it? Lando could have won. Not 2020, sorry. Yeah, we've got to lift and coast a little bit. I don't want to run out of fuel on the last lap, but if we've got a huge advantage, it might not matter anyway. As long as we're not way under on fuel, we should be fine towards the end. But I cannot get over the AI. Messing this strategy up so badly. And I mean, what do you do if you're Norris now? Like, do you... I mean, you're going to lose about another 20 seconds by staying out. Surely it's still worth pitting. Like, at this rate, it's still surely worth diving in. Getting a set of intermediates on, accepting you've messed up the call and just getting to the end. But he's still not. He is still staying out there. And I don't want to toot my own horn here, chat, but I did make that call pretty spontaneously. A few of you guys agreeing with me, but I made that call to go to intermediates when I did. And it is working for us at the moment. How is that not a warning? Sometimes you get away with some really odd ones on this game. Oh, come on, nose it, nose it. There you go. Yeah, Lando won't lose out because of this, but... I mean, yeah, if you're like a Leclerc or an Alonso, you could have beat Max in this race. Like, for Leclerc and Ferrari.
Okay, conditions are going to keep deteriorating for 10 minutes at least.
How much of a gap could we build by the end of this race if the rain's just going to get worse and worse? Like, you will get to a point where the AI just won't pit. They still believe dries are quicker, despite the fact that I've just taken a pit stop out of Lando. And even with the penalty now, we're still likely going to win. I mean, we can afford to box back to dries at this rate. I could win this race in the pit lane. Hey, Mystery Man, thank you for the bits and the follow, buddy. I hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, we could risk loads more penalties at this rate. We're going 5 seconds a lap quicker. I could get a penalty every lap. Thank you, Alex. Oh, we're not quite going to lap Big G, I don't think. I mean, I say that, we might. He's only, what, about 15 seconds ahead of us. We might genuinely lap Bortoleto. As long as we get to lap 55, it means we can't get a mechanical. That's the only other thing that I'm nervous about at this stage. If I still end up getting mechanical failure. What a ridiculous end.
We've got enough fuel for 3 more laps.
Yeah, Mark's starting to worry about the fuel a little bit, but that's fine. Skippy, thank you for the follow as well. Hey, I appreciate Mystery Man. I am trying to push my Twitch a lot more. Especially as we go into 2026. Now, I might pit on the last lap to win in the pit lane. Just for the memes. Well, we'll try to assume that here. I mean, yeah, as long as we bring this home now, it's going to mean that we've ended up well, we're going to have more wins than Verstappen this season. Like I said, the Dutchman has been way more consistent, but the way this championship has gone, especially towards the end, I feel like we're starting to maximise races that I wouldn't have expected us to. Like, yeah, maybe had the rain not come in, or maybe had the AI made a decent strategy, we might still not win this race, but I wasn't honestly expecting us to be at least battling for the podium or anything this afternoon. I think just genuinely the Sauber now is getting competitive. We're going to be in a good spot ready for next season. Yeah, Sauber have got one more lap to blow up the engine, otherwise it won't happen. I'm really hoping it doesn't. I've got to try and save a little bit of fuel. But I mean, we might genuinely win this race by like half a minute. And to be fair, the AI aren't losing much more each lap either. Hey, thank you for the bit, Skippy, as well. I appreciate it, buddy. Oh, come on. Now, this is the Circuit of the Americas. Oh, come on. Whoa, was that Behrman? Yeah, that is Behrman again, almost wiping us out. That would be suboptimal now if Behrman takes us out with 2 laps to go. Oh, we've got a 15-second gap now over Norris. The AI are refusing to pit. Imagine if we got like a proper thunderstorm now. I'm still going more and more under on fuel. I've got to be a bit careful with that. Yeah, we got to fuel save a little bit on these last couple of laps. I'm gonna have to Lyco a bit. I mean, we can Lyco and still pull out more of a gap. I just want to see if I can lap Big G. It's a big lift and coast like that up the hill. That'll bring it back in the right direction a bit. This is how much you lose on corner exits. It's really odd. But I think before penalties, I want to try and have a 20-second lead by the end of this, which should be doable. I mean, look at that. Leclerc now is 50 seconds behind. The second race in a row where the gaps have been absolutely massive at various stages. This series is throwing up more and more unpredictable races the further it goes on. So we can lift off down here. We can lift off down the other straight as well. Is that a V-Cub in the top 10, or are they 2 laps down nearly? We'll get a penalty for Lyco, will we? Oh, I could have lifted out way earlier there. Yeah, we're definitely going to still be under on fuel a little bit. Thank you, Bortoletto.
Okay, we've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Yeah, I've got to save just a little bit more, but still that gap to Lando is going up. It ended up being a rather bizarre end to what was a pretty intense US Grand Prix weekend. Both the sprint and the GP, Lando Norris has really given us a run for our money. Sprint race, he got the better of me right at the very end. That main event, though, he hasn't had as much luck this afternoon. 1 more lap, though. Here, from the Circuit of the Americas, I'm still just trying to save a little bit more fuel through the final couple of corners. Make sure that I've got enough to stretch to the finish.
Okay, this is your final lap of the race.
Come on, let's just get to the flag. We've got, what? 1.1 laps under now? We're looking pretty good. We're still building up more of a gap over Lando. I'm going to afford to lift and coast all the way through here. Problem is, as you run really high downforce, it actually becomes more difficult to Lyco on this final lap. But a blinder of a strategy late on has basically meant that from a race that we could have won, a race that we are definitely going to win. How none of the AI have decided to pit, I will never quite understand. But you got to take it when you can as well. Sometimes the AI play an absolute blinder, so you got to enjoy it when they don't. Yeah, we're saving fuel and we're still pulling away. That's just how bad the AI have messed up this strategy right towards the very end. Huge Lyco down in towards the final couple of corners of Sector 2, but Lando Norris, he's still going to finish about 20 seconds behind, all things considered. We've got time to dive into the pit lane on this very last lap as well. DRS is finally disabled. AI are pitting now. Hamilton's in. One of the Williams is in. Surely that is too late to try and make the call now, but as everybody else then is going to peel into the pit lane, we may as well do the same. Through the final corners, though, I believe for the first time in this series, it is going to be back-to-back victories. We're going to win the race in the pit lane as well, just for a bit of a laugh. We've completely run out of fuel. Over the line, though.
Good job, gents. Good job.
It is P1. And that is redemption for the sprint race yesterday. What a hilarious end to that race. Utterly stupid, but I love it. I absolutely love it. And we win the final stream of the year as well, chat, so I'm happy with that. Oh, that was a long weekend, though. I knew that was going to be a long weekend.
Happy with that. I mean, one race win is great, but to have two, you know that you've got it. You're a little bit more comfortable in your skin. This is
Congratulations if you predicted P1. I don't know who did. Let's have a look. Bartman thought we'd get the victory. So thank you, buddy, for having some belief in me.
Celebrations. And as ever in Formula One, 3 is the magic number. And
That was a tough weekend.
Envy, it's victory for
Yeah,
the
Hulk domination,
Nico
like more fans,
Hulkenberg
chat.
on the top
Something we
step
got to
of the
think
podium.
about. Oh, man. He got bet 10 noggins and got 4.6k. That's pretty insane. He had the belief, though. He had the belief. And I rate it. I rate it. I mean, we're kind of screwing over Lando Norris in this championship fight as well. Hey, thank you for the gifted as well, Matt, to Thomas.
After an
I
event
appreciate
like
it, buddy.
that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time out? Be sure to join us once again as we continue to bring you all the excitement of Formula One.
Oh, there we go, though. Nico Hulkenberg. It was P2 in the sprint. It was disappointing. But in the Grand Prix, 18 seconds clear. We are victorious come the checkered flag. I mean, look at that. Norris, P2. Max Verstappen, 3rd. Alonso ahead of Charles Leclerc there and George Russell. That means 6 drivers from 6 different teams inside your top 6. Oscar Piastri in 7th ahead of Hamilton, Sainz and Yuki Tsunoda, as Big G narrowly missed out on points in the end. Once again there. Behrman on a 4-stop against Yuki Tsunoda on a 1-stop. Come the checkered flag there. So there was quite a lot of mixed-up strategy throughout the course of that race, but Esteban Ocon, the only driver that failed to see the checkered flag. I'll make sure I save the replay as well, so I don't forget that. Championship-wise, Norris now 66 back from Verstappen. Charles Leclerc 83 away, as we are 116 back though. But up to P4, it is not out of the realms of possibility. We could end up finishing runner-up here, but we're ahead of Piastri. That's the goal by the end of the season. Make sure that we try and finish ahead of Oscar. Russell still ahead of Hamilton. Tsunoda with another point on the board. As Bortoletto still there in P12. And still, yeah, just the V-Carbs and Doohan yet to score. Constructors-wise as well, we've got an 18-point buffer now ahead of Mercedes. McLaren still 39 clear ahead of Red Bull there and Ferrari. Well, they need to try and pull their weight towards the end of the season if they want to try and keep the title fight going on. Thank you all so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure to leave a like, get yourself subscribed, and we will be back very soon, ready for the Mexican Grand Prix. Oh, brutal. Absolutely brutal, that one, chat. But I'm happy we survived. KY in the chat saying I run 40 AI. Stick around. We'll just quickly double check the AI for you, buddy. I mean, we got a nice rivalry. We are beating Alonso in our rivalry with him as well. So hopefully we're going to get some good acclaim. I still need to get the achievement for a 99 driver rating on this game. I don't know whether the Hulk career mode is going to be the series I do that, but maybe, just maybe, it will be come the end of next season. 63% acclaim still over Bortoletto. So happy with that. I bet this guy now is going to suddenly disappear, isn't he? I bet we're not going to get another comment from the guy trying to claim I'm on 40 AI. 90 driver rating, though. Happy with that. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. To the people that were saying... To the people that were saying that I'm running like 40 AI or I'm lying, I don't know what I'd really gain from that. He's definitely already gone, hasn't he? But in case you're wondering, difficulty 110. I love it when people try and claim otherwise, don't they? But there you go, 110. Proof there. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Like I said though, chat, I'm gonna have to jump out pretty quickly after this one because I've got a few other bits and pieces I need to do this evening. But just quickly, I want to say a massive, massive thank you to everybody. 2025, the second half of the year, we really have tried to do a lot more streaming. And you guys obviously coming around, supporting it, really does mean a huge amount to me as well. So yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. No stream tomorrow. So I'm going to wish you all a wonderful new year as well. Stay safe, stay out of trouble, have a good one. And make sure, yeah, you look after yourself. And hopefully 2026 is going to be an even bigger year. My Twitch is Matt212. So yeah, make sure you drop us a follow over there because we're going to be live. We're going to be live New Year's Day over on Twitch. I'm going to do some iRacing. And then Hulk will be back on Friday, if I'm not mistaken. We'll jump in, we'll do the Mexican Grand Prix as well. Because that is another race that I don't really want to kind of do. Especially like with either Brazil or... Kota, so can I do any more aero just quickly? I think I can. 140, maybe I can't afford anything. I thought I could do one more, but I don't think I can actually. Because obviously they get more expensive the more you do, so we can't do any more of those. So that'll have to wait for next weekend. 62, 66 Sean and Lucas, thank you for the follows as well. I do appreciate it. Difficulty, once more. There you go, 110. For all of those that claim I'm a fraud or something like that. Thank you to everybody. On the short format streams, I'm going to wrap them up there. I'm going to raid someone over on Twitch. So thank you if you've been on TikTok or YouTube Shorts today. It's greatly, greatly appreciated. And hopefully I'll see you all back very soon. Let me just end those up. Twitch, who's live on Twitch, chat? Who can we raid? Who can we raid? The final raid of 2025. Who's it going to go to? We'll have a look. Of course we'll have a look. Ches is live. Rift is live. Ryan's live doing some F1. God, that's a bit of a throwback. We'll give Ryan L83 the last raid of the year, I think. Because I do love Ryan. He's a good guy. He's a proper OG of F1 and he's kind of getting back into it more recently as well. So, yeah, we'll throw a raid Ryan's way. But like I said, though, generally, especially to everybody on Twitch, you know, a massive, massive thank you for all the support this year. 2026 is going to be bigger and better, I hope. We're going to have a lot more streams going on as well. So hopefully I'll see you all there. I love you all. Stay safe. Enjoy your New Year's. Hopefully you're up to some exciting stuff as well. Make sure you look after yourselves. Make sure you don't do anything too stupid. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you all next year, which is only going to be Thursday with a bit of luck. Thursday.